future and life. Live a life must be very shine to the whole world, whole world. Live a dawn of a new day.
South 68, Caprice 31 SS actually. I hope you are good. Happy Monday to you. Caprice, thanks for joining. Please help share this live. South 68, Nadas, I see you. Good evening. Nay, good evening to you. I see you. I hope you are good. Thank you for joining. Please help share this live as you're joining in. FunmiRoyal, I see you. I hope your day has been good so far. So good. Please help share this live to your friends, your followers. Let them be part of our talk today. It's a very crucial one. Again, as usual, we are stronger. I see you. Good evening to you. Welcome to Insight with FunmiRoyal. I hope we are keeping well. We are stronger. Yes, sir, we are stronger indeed. Austin, I see you. Good evening. Welcome. Michelle, I see you. Good evening. Happy Monday. Whoa. Cass, good evening. Just Cake, I see you. I hope you're a cake maker. And I hope they're sweet cakes. Monsurat, I see you. Good evening. Yes, I'm just kind of waiting. I can see you guys. Good evening to you. Please, as you're joining, help start tapping that screen. When you tap, it will attract other people, TikTok says, for us to discuss this very important topic. We're talking about procrastination today. Nadas, I hope your day has been good. Thank you for joining. Lemon Girl, how are you? Good evening to you and welcome. Oh, inside. Inside. Guess what? The fastest way really to send this live to your friends, as you're here now, just click down on your screen and hold it for about 3-4 seconds, and you'll see some names that will pop up on your screen. Just click send to all of your friends. I can actually see you when you do that. Mimi, I see you. Bolanle, good evening. If you do that, just help me send to all of your followers that will come up on your screen. Let them be part of this talk. Today on Monday on Insight, we'll talk about individual talks, issues we tend to deal with as an individual. We try to find ways of coping better, new strategies. You know, we dare to charge ourselves and challenge ourselves to doing better. Today we're looking at procrastination. It's indeed a sort of disease that plagues humanity. And whether you're black, white, yellow, green, we tend to find ourselves from time to time dealing with these issues of life. Comfort Thompson, I see you. Good evening. Thanks for joining us on Insight. So guys, as usual, I'm going to go into my talk and try to break it down as much as possible. And then I'm going to open the box to us to come and talk some more about this. Procrastination is not something we want to, engage in, and it's because it doesn't yield good fruit. Actually, based in SC, I see you. Kindle, I see you. A13, good evening. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. As you're joining in, please help me share this live to your friends, your followers. Let them be part of this crucial talk today. Thank you, A13. I hope you are good. Share, 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 share this like. You can repost it as well, please. Anyhow, you can help spread the word. Please do so tonight. Like I said, I'm going to go into my talk, try to expand the topic, help us to start, thinking more about it. Peradventure, we are engaging in procrastination without even realizing. Faith Walker, I see you. So this is FunmiRoyal here tonight to help charge you. Let's reflect about this. And if you're very sure you're engaging in this, how can you deal with this such that you don't keep procrastinating? Because I gave it a very interesting subtitle: Procrastination, the Thief of Purpose. Yeah, it does steal, your achievements in life, your goals in life, the things you're meant to be doing. When you do this, you lose opportunities. But let me not jump my notes. I'm going to break it down steadily for us so that we can reflect more about this. Faith Walker, please help me share this live to your friends as you're joining in. Just send goodie boy, I see you. Help me send to your friends, your followers. Let them be part of our talk today. Thank you, A13. Gracias. Thank you so much. So, like I said, we're going to be addressing a common struggle that affects nearly everyone at some point in life: procrastination. Yes, a thief of purpose, I call the subtitle. So procrastination is not just delaying a task. That's why I say I have to expand it some more so we have a better understanding. It is the intentional postponement of something that needs to be done. It is the intentional postponement of something that needs to be done, even when we know delay may bring negative consequences. Yet somehow we still find ourselves engaging in procrastination. Why? Why is that so? We're going to be looking at that shortly. So it is a silent killer or a silent stealer of purpose. I can just simply put it that way. It silently steals your time, your opportunity, your growth, your peace of mind. And in terms of you as a spiritual person, it kind of steals your spiritual progress as well. You may be wondering, procrastination, spiritual progress? Yeah, come closer, sit down, let us talk more about this. Because many people do fail because they lack talent. That's an aspect of it. They fail. It's not that because they don't have talent, rather it's just that they fail because they delay the action. Certain things needs to be done now, and if you leave it till God knows whenever, that opportunity may be lost for life. So it's not like you don't have the talent or you don't have the giftings, or because you just delay the action that is meant to follow whatever pursuit. I see you. Thank you so much for joining. Please help me share this live. We're looking at procrastination today, so I'm just kind of giving a sort of introduction. So what exactly is procrastination? I'm going to break it down. So procrastination is a habit of putting off necessary tasks despite knowing they require attention. So this is something that has become a habit. Heavenly Music, I see you. Good evening. So it often sounds something like, oh, I'll start tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is a good day for me. I might not be too busy, so I'll start tomorrow. Sometimes it sounds like, I work better under pressure. If it's not lastminute.com, I don't perform well. These are the excuses, we give ourselves, and we've entered into such habits, and it's almost becoming a way of life. Prince Olukayo, I see you. Good evening. Yeah, procrastination sounds something like, there's still time. There's still time. Relax. Don't overdo it. Just relax. Procrastination. It sounds something like, I'm not ready yet. Maybe by next week. Yeah, I might just be ready. I'm not ready now, let me just give it a bit of time. But tomorrow often becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. Next month becomes next year. My Bible says in Proverbs chapter 27 verse 1, it warns us, really says, do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day might bring forth. Tomorrow has got its own tasks, its own challenges, its own issues, And today's, you're still pushing till tomorrow when you know you can actually, do it today. There's this thing on my email that I left that don't leave till tomorrow what you can do today. So we need to be mindful. We need to be careful. Even the Bible warns us about this. So delaying action assumes we control tomorrow. Who says you have tomorrow even? Hey, Miss Government, I see you. But we don't. Not everybody. Sometimes, some people have this itinerary for the next couple of years. What if a year does not even come for that person? So you never can tell. They say what you have to do quick. That's what I'm trying to say in essence. So why do we procrastinate? Because, there has to be a reason, whether it's genuine now or whether it's a solid reason. Well, you be the judge of that. Please help me share this live as you're joining us tonight on Insight. So why do people procrastinate? Why do we procrastinate? Procrastination is rarely about zealous or laziness, or not being zealous actually. It's rarely even about laziness alone per se. It often has deeper roots. And I'm going to break it down. The first thing is fear of failure. Sometimes we delay because we're afraid we won't succeed. That task seems huge. And God even knows that He's put the capacity on the inside of you. But because you're afraid you will fail, you're like, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it, but not just today, not now. Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow or next week. If I don't try, I can't fail. Sometimes we even, psych ourselves to all these negative words of affirmation, thinking we're doing ourselves some good, but really we're just afraid of failure. But avoiding effort guarantees stagnation. When you don't put in any effort, nothing is going to happen, and you're going to be living a stagnant life. And they always say that stagnant water stinks. I don't want to stink. I'm afraid to fail. Why not just even try and fail and then try again? At least you know a certain way not to do whatever because you tried that way and it failed. Because if you don't fail, how can you actually succeed? Find some people, the first time they try something, it works out bang on. But not everybody has such opportunity. So fear of failure might make people to want to procrastinate. Another one is perfectionism. Some people, everything has to be perfect before they do certain things. But what if it never becomes perfect? That means you will never do certain things. So some people delay because they want everything, like I said, to be perfect. They wait for the perfect mood. They wait for the perfect timing. King Yoda, I see you. Good evening. They wait for the perfect timing and they want the perfect resources to be available. What if you just have to leap with faith, to doing whatever, and then as you leap with that faith, you find out that doors are opening, opportunities are opening. But because you're so afraid, and you just want things to be perfect, if you don't see this happening, you might not be able to try this, and you just cage yourself with that mindset. But perfectionism often disguises as fear. You're just afraid and you're in denial. You don't want to face the fact that you're afraid, to try whatever or to do whatever. And sometimes it's not that we don't have what it takes to do whatever it is. It's just as we're afraid to fail. We're afraid, for whatever reason. Again, another reason why people procrastinate is because they are overwhelmed. They get so overwhelmed when task feels too big. They just freeze, like, I don't want to think about it now. Let me just leave it now. I don't want to, my head, it's just, just let it be. They're so overwhelmed. Instead of breaking tasks into smaller steps, we avoid them entirely. And when you avoid them entirely, there is no how. If you break into smaller tasks, you find out that, I've completed this today. The next thing is the next stage, like that, until you complete the whole thing. But because it seems such a huge thing, you get so overwhelmed. You're like, okay, I'll just leave it for now. Or, your brain is like, you have brain freeze and you just can't deal and you just leave it all together. And, that might just be opportunity lost for life. Another reason is comfort and distraction at the same time, like entertainment, social media, and comfort easily consume time. You know there's a task ahead to do. You're just comfortable watching, going on social media, just scrolling from one place to another. Say all work and no play makes somebody is a dull person. That you're just comfortable, and these are sort of distractions that brings about procrastination. So what feels harmless in the moment becomes harmful over time. You find out that sometimes, these social medias are jumping from Instagram to YouTube to this to that. Sometimes, if care is not taken, you're there for like 4 or 5 hours. Those 4 or 5 hours, you would have completed a more meaningful tasks. I'm not saying social media is all bad, don't get me wrong, but we need to prioritize. But let me not jump my note really. I'm just trying to open our mind steadily to this topic. We're talking about procrastination. In case you're just joining, please help me tap on the screen. Click on your screen for about 3-4 seconds. Some names will pop up. Help me send to all of your friends, because from time to time, every individual may just be struggling with this topic we're looking at today. Pretty big girls, I see you. Good evening. Thanks for joining us here. So let's look at the cost of procrastination. Admissions, I see you. It's going to cost you something when you keep doing that, when it's become a habit. And if you're being honest with yourself, you're a perpetual perpetrator of procrastination. You find out that you've lost certain opportunities if you're being honest with yourself. So the cost of procrastination, the first one is lost opportunities. Opportunities often have expiration dates, and if you don't do it like on time, it's gone, and that opportunity may never come again. You've just lost an opportunity of a lifetime because you were procrastinating. Ecclesiastes 11:4, I always go to my Bible, says, "He who observes the wind will not sow, and he who regards the clouds will not reap." It just means if we wait for perfect conditions, we may never begin. And say, he who observes the wind, it's too windy, I cannot go out and plant. It's too windy. What if he blows the seed? What if he blows me? What if? All these what ifs now makes your mind to say, just leave it. When the wind is calm, then you go and sow. What if the wind never comes? And again, it says, he who regards the clouds will not reap. Now you've even managed to plant and it's grown, and you're looking, it's going to rain. The moment I go to start reaping all this seed I've sown, it will start raining, and then it will wash the produce away, and this. So you just be watching till all the crops would be destroyed by ants or whatever. You're still looking at this rain will stop. This rain will stop. Sometimes you may have to go in there in the rain and reap what you have sown. It's hard. Rather than procrastinate. What if the rain never stops? What's going to happen to all of this produce that you have, waited for so long, to reap? So we need to be mindful. We can't always wait for perfect conditions because they may never ever come. They may never begin. So another one is increased stress. This is cost of procrastination. You're always procrastinating. Like I said, tomorrow comes with its own issues, challenges, tasks, and all of that. I kept pushing, and then everything becomes so much. It will increase stress, no doubt about it. So procrastination does not remove responsibility, because what you have to do, you're just delaying it. It's not that you're still going to have to do it. However much you delay, however much you procrastinate, keep postponing things, it doesn't mean it's going to go away or it's going to be done by somebody else. Well, lucky for you if you find somebody else who can do the task for you. But for how long and how many times? Evangelist Victor, good evening to you. I hope you are good. You're welcome. So the task will remain, but now it will add more pressure because you haven't even touched it, and then you leave it till whenever, and let's say you leave it till tomorrow, and tomorrow brings its own task plus yesterday's task you didn't do. Now there's a whole lot for you to do, and the pressure is just so much. So it will cost you stress. It will bring about stress. So let's be mindful. Again, another cause of procrastination for those who are spiritually minded. Oh, okay, you're good. Thank God for that. It's good to have you here today. Spiritual delay. When you procrastinate, procrastination also affects our spiritual life, whether we see it or not. Cassie, I see you. delaying repentance. You know you have done wrong. You have to go and seek repentance from God, to wash you, cleanse you with the blood and all that. You're delaying because maybe you're feeling guilty or something. You're delaying you repenting. And again, delaying obedience. I'm talking about spiritual delay because it will cost you. Delaying forgiveness. Oh, this person so hurt me. I will forgive them, but not now. I'm not just ready now. Hey, what if tomorrow? You forgive them tomorrow. You forgive them next year. What if next year never comes for you? What if tomorrow never comes? I remembered is the founder of RCCG, and I dare to share this. Is online. You can go check it out. He was poorly, and then he died, and the whole RCCG was in chaos. That is the original founder, or the first founder, or the founder actually of RCCG, the church. He died, and he said after a few hours or thereabout, I'm not too sure now, he came back to life, and all he saw whilst he was out dead, that because they've pronounced him dead, I believe. He said there was a particular man, maybe a pastor as well, I don't know, that he had issues with. He had not forgiven this person. And they, it's like maybe he wanted to enter heaven, and they're like, this person you have not forgiven, you will not enter into the kingdom of God. And he was given a second chance. Not everybody will get such chances. The moment he came back to life, he looked for this man to go and ask for forgiveness. You can imagine what it can actually cost you. Because nobody wants to die. Nobody would say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to die. Nobody would say that. But then it's not everyone that gets to live to be 100 years old. We know this. So tomorrow that you are planning to forgive may just never come. So the spiritual delay, and again, delaying spiritual growth. Oh, I'm gonna go to that Bible study tomorrow. Maybe they have it every week. I'll go next week. It's fine, And then it's not that personally you're studying the word, or you're praying by yourself, or you're doing certain things by yourself to help your spiritual growth. You're procrastinating. I'll read that Bible. Maybe I have my Bible. I will read it. That meeting, they will have another one next week. Oh, I will be there. I keep postponing next week, upon next week, upon next week. We need to be mindful so that we're not going through a spiritual delay because of our procrastination. Hebrews 3:15 says, today, if you will hear his voice, do not harden your hearts. God speaks in the present tense. Today, give your life, because tomorrow might be too late. I think there's a song like that. Tomorrow I'll choose the Lord tomorrow. Da 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 da. Today, better choose the Lord. Choose him today. And as many that is you're listening right now, and you don't know our Lord Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Maybe I didn't plan this, but sometimes it comes perfectly. Maybe today God really is saying, give your life to Christ. I say, try Jesus and see for yourself. Experience him yourself. Because if I tell you all about Jesus, you might feel, oh, Funmi is just talking. You try Jesus. Accept him as your Lord and Savior today and see how far he will take you. Perhaps you pray even about this procrastination and he will turn things around. You find out you just have this zeal to doing the things you ought to do at the right time as well. I'll leave it there. Again, character erosion. What do I mean by that? Repeated procrastination shapes our identity. And trust me, you will not like who people will describe you to be if they know you to be a procrastinator. We begin to see ourselves as undisciplined, and that's how people will see you, because you're in yourself, you're hardworking, you're this, but you always procrastinate. Even when people ask you, there's a deadline or something, you're like, oh, don't worry, I'm on it. But it's like you don't even care. That's how it appears to people. You're not disciplined. You were given a deadline, and perhaps it's going to cost somebody money, or it's going to cost somebody something too much for them to bear. But because they've so trusted in you, the procrastinator who has given their word, and at the end of the day, you did not deliver, and it's costing your friend a lot of things. They're going to look at you as who you are: undisciplined, inconsistent, unreliable. And imagine your friend or whoever is telling you, you're so inconsistent, you're so unreliable. Nobody wants to hear that. but that is who you have portrayed to them to be. So character is formed through repeated action or inaction. If you do something the first time, the second time, they will say, oh my goodness, my friend is so reliable. My friend is very consistent. I can vouch for them. Or imagine you're a procrastinator and you just bring one excuse after another. Next time say, but I can do this. Why didn't you ask me? The 10 times they've asked you in previous times, did you deliver on time even? Yeah, then you have to sit down and reflect. Perhaps this is why my friend did not call me this time around. It's because you never deliver. You always procrastinate. You will push. If they give you 2 weeks to do something, you must take a month just because it's you. And such a thing really portrays you as having certain characters you may not like, or or habits or behavior, and people will look at you with that eye. You cannot blame them. It's who you have portrayed yourself to be. So I'm going to look at this biblical wisdom in terms of diligence, because Bible consistently praises diligence and warns against delay. When you keep delaying intentionally, remember from the beginning, you're procrastinating, and it has some consequences. Remember the story of the ant. Well, there's so many versions of it. If you read Proverbs 6:6-8, it says, go to the ant, you sluggard. So if you are the one that procrastinates, it says, go and see the way the ants, so not human beings, the way the ants organize and do their stuff. It says, consider her ways and be wise, which having no captain. Those ants, they just organize. I don't know whether you've seen it, trails of ants, the way they march on like soldier, like they all go to the same place, building whatever, or putting or gathering food together. They're just like that. If you take a cup of water and pour at them, it's just a matter of time you see them gather back again, meaning they don't waste time. It says, having no captain, provides her supplies in the summer. The ant works ahead of time. It does not wait for crisis before they start acting. I mean, we should learn 1 or 2 lessons from the ant. They don't waste time. What you have to do quick. The only time I feel you should waste time is if this thing you have to do, you don't have much knowledge. So you have to do research. It might take some time. You have to find out. You have to, go out there and find out information. And this may take time. I get it. But when you know what to do and you're deliberately just procrastinating, you're doing more harm than good to yourself and to whoever is around you that is needing you at that time. So the ants, they don't wait. They don't wait for crisis. They act fast and quickly. Some people, in fact, I think there was a story some time ago of a father on his deathbed. Hi Susan, good evening. I see you, Leslie, good evening as well. He was dying and he knows his son, the things he's supposed to do, he doesn't do. They've taught him, trained him, he's very good at so many things, but he delays, he just procrastinates. And this particular one, the father was dying, and they've always told him to read his Bible, study his Bible, and the boy just thought, all of my father's wealth, everything belongs to me. So even if he dies, yeah, of course I'll be sad, but everything he has belongs to me. But what if there's no document? Apparently, the man has willed everything to the son, but he now put the will in his Bible. And on his deathbed, he said, my son, I don't have much to give you, but take this Bible, that is all I have for you. And the boy was shocked, was almost getting angry. Why will my father, so all of his wealth, his properties, who has he left it with? The father knew that this boy, something will have to get him off his procrastination, so to say. And the man passed away, and he took the Bible angrily and took it and just left and dumped it on his table, and the thing was gathering dust. It was gathering dust. And oftentimes I think he would have certain dreams about him studying the Bible, but when he wakes up and looks at that Bible, he will remember, this is the only thing my father gave me. He just put it down. Meanwhile, he's been trained to study his Bible, to study the Word of God, and he just left it there. This thing was gathering dust until maybe some years later, when frustration nearly finished him. He just, out of frustration, picked the Bible. As he just even opened that Bible, he just saw this envelope inside. And he was wondering. He opened it and the will was there. Everything this man, his father owned, was in there, willed to him. He was in tears. If he had read the Bible sooner, instead of procrastinating or being angry or whatever. So sometimes opportunities, we're just suffering needlessly just because we keep procrastinating. Learn from the ants. They gather stuff on time. They supply stuff on time. They don't waste time. They don't wait for crisis. They do what they have to do. Otherwise, they know they're going to suffer in the summer. There won't be any food to eat, so to say. So let's look at the dangers of delay. Proverbs, if you have the time, you can read this, but I'll read and try to paraphrase or read it to us here. Proverbs chapter 24, verses 33 to 34 says, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, so shall your poverty come like prowler. Hey, notice the phrase, a little procrastination. Oh, it's okay, it's all right, you'll be fine. A little procrastination often begins very small but grows large. You procrastinate a little, that little keeps adding up and becomes a little more, a little more, a little more. It's coming bigger and bigger. You feel, oh, it's just a little, and then it becomes a mountain and then you get overwhelmed. You're afraid, it's too big and all of that. You get stressed out. Danger of delay, danger of procrastination. Be mindful because, like I said, it could start very subtle. Oh, it's just a small thing. Oh, I'll do that in no time. That before you realize there are other things you have to do, and you'll be like, this small thing you could have just done, in less than an hour or something, and you just left it. Oh my goodness, now you have to do more, and then you just find out that it's getting overwhelming. So walk as unto the Lord. I'm going to admonish us here. Colossians chapter 3 verse 23 says, and whatever you do, say whatever. T praise, I see you, good evening. Whatever you do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not to men. Sometimes you might have to do something and you see that man or that woman, you'll be like, I'll do it tomorrow. Is that person, you're procrastinating because of maybe what you see or because of whatever. But if you're doing it as unto the Lord, because God really is a rewarder of a lot of things that we do. Because if you're waiting for men to say well done or to give you a reward, sometimes they may never get there. But God has his own way of giving us that reward. So when we see work as worship, as something you have to do, delay becomes less attractive. Whatever you have to do, you just find out that if you don't do it, your heart will even be disturbing you until you get that thing done. And you find out that you have peace. You're able to sleep. And then when tomorrow comes with its own task, you have enough time, to dealing with that. So let's be mindful. Whatever we do, let's do it heartily as unto the Lord. Just say that it's God that will reward you. So don't push it ahead. Oh, I'll do it next week. I'll do it the week after. If you reference God enough, you find out that, oh, you just want to do this because there's no reason for you to delay. So procrastination in spiritual calling. I know there's so many people listening to me or people that will still listen to the upload later. And I'm putting this out there, like I'll always refer to God in whatever I say, because I believe God created we humans. Whether we believe him or not, God created us. So let's look at our spiritual calling. Sometimes some people do not even know. Let's even not go into that one, because sometimes the greatest procrastination is not about homework or projects. It's about purpose. And that's the essence of we living on earth, about purpose. Procrastination in spiritual calling, it's about purpose, not about projects, not about that business even. We delay starting the ministry. Some of us, God have told us, it could be a small thing, because ministry is ministry. You might have to start small and it grows bigger. The more you don't procrastinate, the more you're obedient, the more you're disciplined, you find out that you're learning, you're growing. So we delay starting that ministry. For those God have spoken to, probably for some years or some time past, sometimes he will tell you certain things he wants you to do in terms of ministerial work. and he will tell you maybe in 5 years, but because 5 years seems like forever, you just, okay, leave it. From time to time you can touch on it, and God says, you have 3 more years. By the time the 5 years is completed, you're like, oh, forgot to have made you wait 5 years. And now is the time to start that ministry, whatever it is. And you feel like, oh, there's still time. Oh, there's still time. Mind you, that is procrastination of your spiritual calling. It could be writing a book. God has been hammering on you. When people around you, people you know, they're like, oh, my book launch, that thing will prick your heart. Hey, the book God has told you to write. And you'll be like, hey, so, you will lose peace because God has told you have to write that book. Again, we delay applying for the opportunity. Opportunity has come. In fact, it's not that you're even looking for it. Maybe you heard a friend tell a friend about such opportunity, or they posted it somewhere. You just feel like, oh, there's still time. Oh, you have to apply by April. There's still time. But sometimes it's first come, first serve, kind of. Maybe they say end of application is end of April. But it will only take the grace of God if you apply end of April for them to leave those who have applied in January and be attending to your form. It has to be divinely orchestrated. And trust me, not everybody gets such opportunity. So it could be that you're delaying, applying for that opportunity. It could be reconciling a particular relationship. You're delaying. Like, after all, I've been surviving with that there. But you've forgotten the good times. Try to remember the good times, and God is asking you to reconcile, because it's a spiritual thing when we forgive, and spiritual things affect the physical as well. Let me not go too deep for us tonight, but I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say. So something might be prompting you, if you say you don't believe in God, prompting you to go and make amends with a friend, or make amends with whoever, and you just feel, you delay, you procrastinate. I'll do it, not now, and then you're delaying your spiritual calling or spiritual blessings sometimes. Again, using your gift. God has given every single individual a gift. Some people gifts, but are you using it? What are you using it to do? Don't worry, I'll use it tomorrow. The gifts of God are without repentance. We get it, but you have to use it. So fear whispers later. I'll do it later. But faith, in terms of spirituality now, faith says now. Do it now. God is asking you to do it now. We need to be mindful. How do we then overcome procrastination? I'm sure all these barriers, dangers, and all of that is opened our mind to certain things. And I pray that God will give us divine understanding, divine wisdom. So how then can we overcome procrastination? First is break tasks into smaller steps. I don't want to go into SMART goals and all of that. It's a common thing. You can Google that as well if that would help you as well. The SMART goals. Okay, break stuff into smaller steps. Large tasks can overwhelm anybody really, but small steps activate movement so that you're not stagnant, so that you don't keep procrastinating. By the time you're supposed to do a bulky thing and you break it into 5 stages of phases, and you start with stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, like that, it doesn't get so overwhelming. So that's how you can overcome procrastination. If it's too much a big task, break them into smaller bits and do them one after the other. Action creates momentum, and you find out that, oh, I finished stage 1. What's the next stage? Stage 2. And you finish, it just kind of gingers you, motivates you to keep going, or you go at that momentum instead of, you can't finish stage 1, there's still 4 stages, and you just wait, it needs more time because you've broken it down into stages. Each stage needs attention. So you can't do one and say, oh, I'll do stage 2 later. Hey, it's not going to help. But like I said, do it as unto the Lord. Action creates a kind of momentum. Pretty big girls, thanks for joining. Please help invite your friends. Again, set clear deadlines. Sometimes when you want to do a task, especially when it's personal, if you don't set a deadline, you just find out that you're just floating, coasting. Yeah, I'll do it. It's my thing. After it's my thing, I'll just, be mindful because there are dangers involved. Vague goals produce vague results. So you need a deadline to be more solid, more concrete. Instead of saying, oh, I'll start soon, why not say, I'll begin at 6 p.m. today. I'll begin at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Set timelines, deadlines, such that the procrastination will be limited. And don't set the time or deadlines and you now wait till the 2 days or a day to the deadline, you start rushing, sweating and going. No, it will defeat that purpose altogether. So be mindful. Again, how to overcome procrastination is remove distractions. Like I always say, it's good to be honest to ourselves, with ourselves, by ourselves. Certain things, the moment you hold that remote control, it's like you're in a world altogether. You can be in that world for 6 hours without realizing, and there are more things that you're meant to attend to, but because you're just in that world. So what am I saying? Remove distractions. Control your environment. Don't let your environment control you, otherwise you keep procrastinating. Limit your phone use if that is the issue, or your gadgets or whatever. Create a focused workspace, especially to those who work from home with their private business or things like that. Create a focused workspace so that you know that once you're seated here, you're focused. You have to work. You have to do certain things. Don't now create that workspace and put one big screen there and say you just want to be hearing the news on the background. Hey, do away with distractions, we say. Remove every form of distraction. And again, schedule work periods. Schedule work periods so that you know what time you're doing what, such that you don't keep procrastinating. Oh, I'll do that tomorrow. There's no deadline. Is there a deadline? Yeah, I'll leave that. And then they keep piling up. And then bam, you find out that, oh, that has a deadline. Oh, probably past the deadline, and you're sweating now, panicky, sometimes anxiety sets in, and all of that. You don't want to put yourself through that. So discipline often requires boundaries. Set boundaries to help you such that you don't keep procrastinating. Again, start before you feel ready. Feelings follow action. You know that this thing, you're still gonna have to do it. You know you will have to do it. Mentally start preparing yourself. Start working it out in your head, even if it's not arrived yet, that task. But the task is coming. In your mind, you have an idea. Okay, this is how you may start and all of that. So that when the thing comes, bam, you're on top of it. Action straight away. Waiting for motivation is often a trap, because sometimes we're just flat out. No motivation, nothing. And they say David encouraged himself in the Lord. Even you find it hard to even encourage yourself. So start before you're ready. Mentally prepare yourself, such that the motivation comes when the tasks arrive. Again, remember your why. Why do you need this thing to be done? Purpose will defeat procrastination anytime. But when you don't even know your purpose, how can you, not procrastinate? So when you remember why something matters, delay becomes harder, because you yourself by yourself will set a deadline, automatically setting a deadline, because you know that, hey, you remember why you have to do this. You remember the need to doing this. There's a purpose, and you don't want procrastination to defeat that purpose. Again, pray for discipline. These are things we can do. As a Christian, as a believer, if you believe in God, pray to God to help you to become more disciplined than you are. Sometimes it's not that we're not disciplined, but just not disciplined enough. And it's causing us to procrastinate. And it's causing us a lot. So pray to God. Self-control is a spiritual fruit that every believer is supposed to have anyways. If you go and read Galatians 5 from 22 to 23, there's a list of, the fruit of the Spirit that is in there. Self-control. Control yourself rather than leisure. Do the work. After work comes leisure time. But rather you want to do leisure first before the work. And then you over leisure yourself, so to say. And then when the time for the work, there's barely any time to do the work. And you start stressing. Self-control. Pray to God to help you have self-control, especially over things that will distract you. Ask God to strengthen your discipline. Because I get it, we may not always be strong, be disciplined. The flesh is willing. The spirit is willing, the flesh is weak. All of those things, sometimes we just say it, but do we believe? Yeah, pray to God. His grace is more than sufficient. Again, urgency without anxiety. I'll break that down because I saw something in Ecclesiastes 5:15-16. I'll read to us. So there's a difference between urgency and panic. Something is urgent, it needs your attention straight away. Than you've left it for so long and now you're panicking. Oh my God, can I? Hey. And the time you're panicking, you're wasting time. So be mindful that this thing is urgent, but it's not going to give you anxiety. This thing is urgent, and if I deal with it without procrastinating, I will not panic later on. So urgency means recognizing time is valuable, acting wisely rather than foolishly, being intentional because of the urgency of whatever needs your attention. Don't procrastinate to the point, hey, the next thing you know, you're going to panic. You know yourself, you can panic. Hey, so why put yourself in that shoe? Ephesians 5:15-16 says, see then that you walk circumspectly, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. To say devil find work for idle hands. Some intentionally put themselves into that idle state. I think we talked about that, being idle, maybe a couple of weeks ago. So to redeem time means to use it wisely and purposefully, not procrastinating all the time. Tomorrow never comes. And I tell us the blessings in prompt obedience. When we cease when we cease to procrastinate, that means you're obedient to certain things you ought to do. So delayed obedience is disobedience, however way you want to look at it. Some people say, it's only small sin. Sin is sin. That safety girl, I see you. Sin is sin, not small sin, big sin, average sin, or quarter sin. Sin is sin before God. So delayed obedience is still disobedience. So when God prompts an action, speak, serve, forgive, change. Respond quickly. There's a time to speak, there's a time to be quiet. And God is asking you to speak, and then you choose to be quiet. You're procrastinating when to speak, but God says, you have to obey. God is saying serve. You say, serve. You always serve. You can always serve. And you leave it. God says forgive. There's blessings when we obey, because God is working certain things out. And if you don't work with God's timing, opportunities are missed. Action God is requiring from you is change. And you feel, tomorrow, I will change tomorrow. Old habits die hard. All these things we tell ourselves. But let's be mindful. If you want to be a partaker of the blessings of being obedient, be obedience. When he says speak, speak. When he says serve, serve. When he says forgive, forgive. I know sometimes it's hard. But then at the end of the day, you find out that obedience is better than sacrifice. Respond quickly. Peace often follows obedience. Honestly, you find out that you have peace because you've done what you're supposed to do at the right time without procrastination. You will have this peace. Your sleep will be sweet and sound. Thank you, Providence. Thank you for the heart me. I think it's Providence. Yeah, thank you. It's amazing how procrastination can mess up an individual's life. So I'm going to round up by saying this. Procrastination may seem harmless. Good evening, Providence. It may seem harmless, but it quietly erodes our dreams. Because you keep pushing. Sometimes you don't know that small thing you're pushing. Once you do it, it will open doors to bigger things. Thank you, Admissions, for the heart me. Thank you. But because you fail to do, you find out that your dreams are eroded because of procrastination. Your spiritual growth is stunted because you're procrastinating. I'll give my life tomorrow. I'll go to the Bible study next week. It's every week. All those kind of things. It may seem harmless, but it quietly erodes, your growth, your dreams, even your discipline. Opportunities. Let me not begin to start with that. Opportunities. I think I've shared here before. I'll use this one as I'm rounding up. My my second book, Your Passion, Your Purpose. I mean, I remember I did the first book launch. It was okay. And maybe a couple of years later, I wrote the second one according to how God led me. And I was looking for a venue to do the launch. Then I was in the Republic of Ireland, go places. Whichever way at the time, I wasn't even working. Whichever way I needed money to book the place and all. And I was so worried. I said, okay, I'm going to set a date, and start doing my flyer on the side. I am trusting God will provide. And then I think a month to the time, I was so worried because I'm like, I was on maternity or something, and it was just hard. And I'm like, hey, the date is close by. Lord, you say you make provision. There's certain foolish things that we think are foolish, but God knows. So I was just worried one day. I'm like, God, hey, that date is coming. Hey, what's going to happen? I have to pay for the venue, and all of that. And honestly speaking, guys, I heard in my spirit, check your account. And I'm like, check my account. I know there's no money there. So why would I be fooling myself? Where's money coming from? Nobody has called me to say, Funmi, send your account. So I doubted. I'm like, I beg, but it was heavy. Check your account. And I just reluctantly picked the phone and I checked the account. If you saw the way I jumped up, money in my account, how? I now trace where the money came from. I told you I was on maternity leave. My money was just being chopped anyhow. Apparently for that, how many months long, they've been over chopping my money, so to say. And God probably touched somebody in that office to, pile how much they have taken away from me. I don't know whoever was doing the accounts, and they piled it up. It was a lump sum and they put in my account. So when I traced, I had to call work, like maybe it's a mistake. Don't let me go and spend money because I need money right now. Maybe it was a mistake. And I called and they explained to me what had happened. I'm like, God, so you made them to be taking this money because you knew I was going to need it. I'm like, how did this happen? Guys, imagine, for example, I needed to book the venue, book for tea and coffee, for the book launch. Let's say everything was going to cost me £50. And guess how much they put in my account? It was almost £500. I could pay that thing 10 times over if I wanted. So I even booked extra chops or whatever. And I'm like, God, is this how you are? So imagine I'd not set the dates, I'd not done certain things. Little obedience, little by little. God says, do this, set the date. Immediately, flyer went out. Immediately, pam. I didn't have to be saying, hey, how am I going to design the flyer? Hey, all of that was ready. It was just money to pay for the venue. So what am I saying? That opportunity, imagine the stress I would have given myself. Trying to, all I needed was money to pay. Every other thing was good to go. And that was how I did my launch. It was beautiful. The second book launch, it was a beautiful day. And in the process, that particular day, I remember sharing here, when we were walking the stairs, because the elevator for whatever reason wasn't working. So I had to drag my boys to carry the books up the stairs. We needed some sound and keyboard and all of that just to play a bit of music. So we had to use the stairs. And whilst we were dragging box and stuff on the staircase, this Irish man, walked by, said, oh, I don't know what went on in his head. Let me just help these people. So as he helped us to the room where I was in my book launch. I had displayed some of the books on the table already. So when he entered, he's like, oh, is that your book? I said, yes. He said, oh, congratulations. Oh, I'm also an author. What was something Illumination? I can't remember the title of his book. He's a psychologist, apparently. And he said, oh, he just recently launched his book as well. He now was asking, are you on Amazon? Are you this? I'm like, me? I'm just obeying what God said to write this book and launch. That's what I'm doing. I was thinking that in me. And then he said, oh, is it okay? And I gave him a copy or two of my book. I signed it. And he said, let's keep in touch. He's going to help me how to, put on Amazon, how to. And he did. If you go on Amazon now, I have the Kindle edition there because after the hard copies had finished, I didn't want to print more. What am I saying? Opportunities. If I had procrastinated, the money would have still come, but I wasn't ready. I don't know where this example came from, but it's just the perfect one I can readily think of. So when God says do something small like this, don't look at it too small. I'll do it tomorrow. Hey, bigger opportunities that are attached to that small obedience, you might just miss it. And this is how God connected me with a big time. This guy, award winning, his book was award winning. He was going for book tour and stuff. Imagine I stumbled on that person. If the elevator was working, I could have missed that man. Elevator was working, we're grumbling, carrying stuff, not knowing that God has orchestrated that opportunity for me. I want to believe a word is enough for the wise. The cost of delay is greater than the discomfort of the action. Remember, tomorrow is not guaranteed, guys. Opportunities are seasonal and time is limited. No matter what, time is limited. Like I said, not everybody will live to be 100 years old. Not everybody will live to be 50 even. Not everybody will live that very long life. So what you have to do quick. Time is limited. Let us choose action over avoidance. Action over procrastination. I know sometimes it's hard. You just don't feel like doing anything, but don't stay in that space for too long. That's what we're saying. Discipline over delay. You have to be disciplined. Purpose over comfort. Because when you are able to fulfill purpose, you find out that you become comfortable. It's amazing mystery. In fact, when I think of that, I'm like, God planned this. There was no way it was a coincidence. God just planned it from beginning. Purpose over comfort. Because you will eventually be comfortable if you face that purpose in time. I pray that we'll live in such a way that when God calls, we respond, here I am. When He calls, we'll respond, here I am. When that task calls, we're like, here we are going to do it, and not keep postponing and then missing opportunities here and there. It's very important we do away with procrastination, because sometimes even lives could be at stake as a result of our procrastination. Guys, that's my talk for today. However, I have 2 questions for us to kind of talk about, and other ones anyways. Can procrastinating or procrastination help someone achieve purpose in life? Can procrastination help someone achieve purpose in life? And in what practical ways can we overcome procrastination? Like I always say, I cannot cover all of this in my talk, but at least I've given us 1 or 2. But I want to hear more, because I'm sure there are other practical ways that I have not really talked about today. And I have my riddle today, not a tongue twister. Hopefully somebody will get the prize. Guys, thank you so much for listening to the talk. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Alejandro. Thank you. Oh, it's gone up. Thank you, Susan. So that is my, well, I don't want to say little talk, because I think I've spoken for about 40 minutes thereabout, more or less. Yes, procrastination is what we're dealing with today, and this affects every individual in our businesses, in our courses, in our purposes. If we keep procrastinating, are we ever going to achieve anything substantial in life? And then what are we passing to the next generation? Are you telling them there's time for everything? There's time, but is there time for everything, really? So let's talk some more about this, because it's affecting us as individuals in achieving certain things in life. And I mean, we're missing out on good opportunities. We're missing out on positive, things we're supposed to have achieved. But because we keep pushing stuff, procrastinating, and then it's not taking, laziness might even come in there. But let's talk about this. Can procrastination or procrastinating help someone achieve purpose in life? And let's look at other practical ways we can actually overcome procrastination. Guys, send me an invite. Let's come rub minds together. Let's charge one another. Let us encourage one another so that we can reflect about these things for ourselves, really, and see where we need to make amends such that procrastination becomes a thing of the past in our lives. Let's see who I have here. Good evening. Thank you guys for joining. We're going to kickstart and hopefully others will join as we go along. Ennis, I see you. Good evening. Mr. Providence, good evening to you.
Good evening, man.
How are you?
I'm fine, man. God bless
Hey,
you.
good to have you today. I can see.
I'm sorry for not participating on last week,
No,
if
no,
you
no.
observed.
Yeah, it's the network or something you said.
I said I didn't participate last week.
I know. Why didn't you participate? Because I think you
I'm
were in the box.
sorry. I was unable to do so.
Okay, all right,
I'm
it's all
sorry.
right. You're forgiven.
Thank you, man.
You're forgiven. It's fine. I hope you're good.
Of course, we give God the glory.
Thank God. Thank God. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, man.
Admissions. Admissions. Are you there?
I'm coming. Please let me quickly. Yeah.
Okay, let me
I'm
mute
still
you.
at work, please.
Okay, all
I'm
right.
at
No
work.
worries. Yeah. Just let me know when you're ready to speak, yes? But yeah, I need to mute you because there's a bit of noise. Yeah? Okay, he's yeah. Yeah, good evening. Let me see. Susan, I've sent you an invite, except you're not able to talk at the moment. So, Providence, I'm sure you heard a bit of the talk. I can't remember whether you were here from the start.
I would like to say good evening to everybody
Good
on the
evening.
platform. My submission depends on what God says about procrastination.
Okay.
Some people they intend to do a lot of things, but maybe natural occurrence, maybe some catastrophe may be an impediment.
Okay.
So the impediments need to be assessed
Okay.
because it's like going to a town saying that when I get there, I'm going to make billion, 100 billion, or whatever. But we don't know what we are going to miss by the way. I would say that people should try to rely on God most
Okay.
in accordance to what the biblical principle, not in accordance with anybody.
Okay.
Even some so-called men of God, they mislead people because of their unjust enrichment to collect money from people.
Let's see.
I would like to say that procrastination is less than good in the sense that we need to obtain any opportunity that comes our way and not with focusing on the biblical principle. When we have those, I think we do what we need to do at any
Thank you,
time.
Susan.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, I mean, I touched on biblical stuff there as well. Thank you, Providence.
Thank
I
you,
mean,
man.
if you do everything in line with God's
Thank you for
leading
the
you,
gift.
you're welcome. In line with God, leading you, guiding you, you find out that, and you're always on time. When He says do it, when He says pause. I remember God giving me an assignment about this insight I've shared here, and I was thinking in line with something else, and He said just stop, because obviously I wasn't hearing, I guess, or it was not even yet time. So He said just leave it, push it aside. But I'm like, hey, God just showed me I have to do. But I said, relax, for me, relax. And then with time, it's like puzzle. With time, everything fitted into place, and I knew what to do. And so we need God's guidance, because it's so easy to procrastinate. That's why I said, pray it out of your life so that you don't miss certain opportunities. Well, thank you so much, Providence, for your starting us off today. Admissions, please do let me know when you can speak.
Sorry, in addition to that,
Yeah.
we have to be conversant with the Ecclesiastes chapter, I think chapter 3, from verse 1 to 10. Because time for everything.
Definitely.
So human being, you just 10 decade. That every human being at least 10 decade. 10 years make a decade.
Of course.
Times 10, that is 100.
Yeah, but not everybody gets to live to be 100. You know that.
I said at least. At most, people
Well.
cannot be Methuselah, of course.
Yeah.
So you can't spend 500 or 600. Even Her Majesty, before she passed away, she was almost 100. My grandfather died, as I said in the other time. He died at 98.
Wow. Okay.
Both partner and maternal grandfather, they
They're
passed away.
fortunate to have lived that long.
Exactly. And my both parents, my father was 76 and my mom was 69. So
Wow.
exactly. So even my brother died 2 years before they gave back to me.
I mean,
Even my sister was saying I'm the wound opener of my mom because she was I'm older than her 10 years. Our first daughter is a naval officer. She's almost 25 or 24, something like that. So
I get you, Providence. There's time for everything.
exactly.
A time to sow, a time to reap, a time to. So, but when you're looking at age, I mean, you just even said it now. Your grandparents, they live to be almost 100. Your parents.
I'm over 5 decades and I never marry. And I focus on God.
Are you procrastinating marriage? Let me ask you.
If someone settled for the good, that may miss the best. I rely on God because the problem is, it's two people trained in different background.
Yeah.
No ability to understand the misunderstanding, to have a mutual living because of the children, because the innocency of the children, they are brought party. You understand? We must not harm
As
them.
long as you're not procrastinating it, I
No,
guess
I'm not. If I see a
careful.
woman that is sensible today, if I study
What do
her,
you mean?
it
There
is
are no
okay. She
sensible
will
women
love
out
me.
there. What do you mean, Providence?
The problem is I respect all women, but I don't like problem. I don't beg police. I discipline police.
Wow, okay.
I don't beg police. I don't want a woman that will go and report me to the police.
And
Or some.
you will not do what will make them report you
Exactly.
to.
So I have to relate with somebody that have common sense.
Oh wow.
That can teach me Bible as well. We
Providence
can.
wants no nonsense person. Oh, are you
No.
hearing him?
The Bible is our book now. If she can teach me more Bible, I want to know more Bible, ma.
Okay, all right. God
Thank
will
you,
help
ma.
us. Thank you so much, Providence. What a way to kickstart our discussion segment today.
Yeah.
Thank you. Admissions. Good evening. You
Yeah,
were
good.
trying to procrastinate your time, so to say. Hey.
No. I've got so many things around me that I'm doing. A bit of
Okay. Well, I know.
multitasking.
I'm just kidding.
Interesting, but then let me just come up with what I have. As you were, you've gone through, you gave us so much, like you always will do. So much. I feel pregnant with the way you even went about bringing this, bringing all. Yeah, well couched. So we have gained a lot. You know why I laughed? The way my brother was talking about finding the right woman and all that. Yeah, there is always one out there for you.
Yes.
Yeah. And I like the way you went about saying you believe God. He will provide you a partner. Just pray. Someone will enter into your life and it will be wonderful. And you even start feeling very bad. Why did I not settle much earlier? Yeah, that's how it will be. Take it. Yeah. It is well with us. Yeah. I was saying procrastination is one problem that we all battle with somewhere along the line. I'm telling you.
Tell me about it.
Even me, I know there were certain area in my life where I procrastinated. Sometimes when I do this kind of appraisal of myself, I'm like, oh, if I had not procrastinated at this moment in my life, maybe the story would have been. But then I don't let regret come in. I just kind of see it and push it aside and see how much I can move on again. And just like he said also, lifetime is so short that you have to do what you have to do. Get at it and do it as quickly as you can. Because the moment you procrastinate, you're going to end up. looking at it even from spiritual level, I think procrastination itself is a spirit. Somebody once
Yeah.
said it, and I believe it. And the devil uses it. Our adversary uses it to make you something you're good in. You've been told, the Lord has spoken to you. You've had people validating you that you're good in this and all that. So what are you still waiting for? You have to move. Eh, I remember you even used that word, say, when the Lord calls me, just say yes. And how do you want me to do? He is the one that will equip you. All he wants is that obedience.
Yeah.
The gifts have been given to all of us, but some of us, some people have their own tucked in their wardrobe. They don't even know. Every gift that the Lord give us needs to be activated. If you don't activate it, like you said, it will be stunted, it will be dormant, it will even be dormant, not necessarily even being stunted.
Yeah.
It will be dormant there, but you need to activate it, and activation will involve having to kill procrastination. Set it aside, see it as a weapon being used to keep you down there. If you have to serve the Lord for 20 years and maybe you started much early, before you know, 5 years,
It's
lifetime
gone.
is
Yeah.
over. If you have to
No,
forgive
I
somebody
agree.
to have peace, to give you a clear mind, to be able to be focused, and you keep saying, no, I'm not going to, you're disturbing yourself. So, and I know the way I even think he works with it is take your time, steal your time, steal your time, steal before you know it. Then they start telling you, you think you can do much anymore, you can't do it, time is over, see where your mates are. Very, there's a way he goes about it, but what can we do that? Just continue to pray that the Lord will continue to guide us when we are in this kind of a procrastinating state. There's no human being. I think it's even innate in us. It's somewhere, hiding somewhere. Yeah,
It
you
comes
have to
out from
combat
time to time.
it. Comes
Yeah.
out from time to time. You have to, and you also did. There was a way you whipped in two of your testimonies. They were wonderful. Look at how the Lord was working there.
In
The
fact.
lift got back, and here you are as we were going through. Yes, the man that was going to be a destiny helper that we pray, send my destiny. That was just one. Because there are some of them that we have some that will come as a generational helper. We have some that will come that will help you from one bus stop to another. Then we
Yeah.
have different kind. I think about 3 to 4 kind of destiny helpers that will enter into our life. If I have to do some sort of with hindsight, I'm able to. I know people came into my life at different times, particularly when I've given my life, who were destiny helpers. They did significant things that actually acted as a ladder that took me to the next level. And I'm like, wow. Some of them left almost as soon as they finished the assignment. That's God. It had to
Sometimes it's
be.
amazing
There
that they're gone.
yeah, there
That's
was
it.
even, I remember there was even one that I didn't want the exit, not because of anything. I gained so much. And I'm like, oh no, this one. But when it was time, she had to go. Maybe she's got another assignment somewhere to go and handle
Yeah.
because it's also her. So I left it. But otherwise, I want to hold on to that. But by the time somebody told me about that, some of them will be temporary, some
On
will help you
diet.
to move from one bus to another. Some will be generational in the sense that they will do something huge that you yourself will build upon to
Yeah.
carry on in life. You got a very good topic. I'm telling you, you got a
Thank
very
God.
good topic, and I'm sure there will be so many people there yearning to also add their own. Yeah,
Yeah. But
procrastination.
you can answer at least one of the two questions. You don't have to answer both. So can
Yeah,
procrastination or procrastinating help someone achieve purpose in life? What do you think?
emphatically no. Yeah, I'm not going to be a bit blunt there. I haven't seen it as a problem. I haven't seen it as something that we should run away from. So, in which way will it help you, other than hold you down, other than make you doubt yourself? We're talking about you have the gift, you have everything, you can pray, and you're still not moving.
So let
So,
me
to
challenge
me,
our thinking. Let me challenge our thinking based on, in fact, I didn't see this before. What if, or could it be that God made you to kind of procrastinate
yeah, no,
because of
I was
danger
coming.
ahead?
I was coming. I'm coming. I'll come along that line. I was just getting to that. I don't want to run ahead. Yes,
Okay.
it's very possible because you also made a quotation about we say time. There's the timing for God in almost everything. There is a timing. At the right time, there's a way things will fall in place that you yourself will start. Wow. So if procrastination is making you walk towards that time, when you find out that no, at this point I can no longer procrastinate just because it's clear that this is it. You will
Hashtag
feel
said
it.
God didn't. So really, hashtag come
Yes,
explain yourself.
you will feel it when the time is right. There's a way you see things. The ease with which things fall in place tells you that this is the right time. At that time, procrastination maybe got you there, but you now know this is that. So knowing the right time to take off is another thing that I'm doing. But I believe what you just said now, that it could be God still work. He's constantly weaving events together in our lives. Some of them you can't. He works in a mysterious way. There are some of them you can't even explain. If you are procrastinating to leave one job and he's not allowing you that procrastination to keep you there, so that something very great will happen at that job. That could be it. He knows everything. And he has prefigured it. You know what I mean? Prefigured everything that will happen in our lives. Who can read the mind of God sometimes? So let's leave it at that point. I got to be blunt, so I will draw that part of it. Let's say God can determine, can make you even procrastinate for protecting you, for keeping you safe somewhere. Then do you know at some point when it's time to leave, the signals will be there. Let me just quickly draw an inference from my life because I know you do it a lot. You do it a lot, and it kind of gives us a very good. I remember I was doing a job somewhere, and I wasn't really. At some point, I was feeling a bit kind of. So, but I had this guy around me. He's also a believer, and he has a way of warning me. He said, "You stay here till God says it's time." He will use the word specifically, say, "Stay where God has planted you. When it is time, He will tell you." Now, what's this guy saying? I've got to go. But a part of me obeyed. I know the Lord was speaking through him, so I stayed there. And when it was time to move, like you said, it was incredible. The way the Lord moved me, I will never forget that experience. And that's what I'm holding on to. Much of what I earned today is from that spot. But there was a test. I don't, should I go on? Should I go
Please,
on?
please, don't
I
worry.
really will go on. I really will go on this far.
It's okay. It's
But
okay as long as it's
the
helping
opportunity.
somebody.
So this was how it happened. A certain lady comes to my place to work with us through the agency. And one day I don't know, she's inclined towards me, very friendly towards me, and I was doing the same thing. I'm getting friendly with her too. You know the way it works. So there was a particular day, I feel it in my spirit that the Lord is leading me that I should give her a Bible. I used to do that a lot then. I'll give her tracts, Bible, and things like that. Yeah. And I'm like, am I the one speaking to myself? What's happening here? But I heard the second time. So in the midst of all the busy whatever, so I went to her, took the Bible with me. And when I got to work that day, she came again from the agency. I gave the Bible to her. And she went, wow, wow. I said, what happened? He said, that day, that morning before she left home, the daughter was asking the dad to buy her a Bible as well as one other thing. But the dad was like, no, I can't take any amount from the money I'm holding up, because he said if dad was traveling to Nigeria, the husband was traveling to Nigeria.
Thank you, hashtag.
So Bible and one other thing was an issue in their house. To now imagine that I'm saying the Lord has led me to come and give her a Bible. She was just overwhelmed. And even I'm feeling that, so I wasn't the one talking to myself. I've not given this testimony anywhere before, but I'm led. So instantly, she took the Bible and was very grateful, called the daughter. I spoke with her too. We became like a family. But she said once, she said, this job you do here, do you know my husband does a similar job? And he earns far above what you're earning here. Do you like to speak to him when he comes back to Nigeria and maybe you can change job? I changed job in less than 2 months. So when that my friend was telling me, stay there where the Lord has planted you until it's time. The timing was that time. But I passed one test. The test was obedience to go and
Small, it
give
may
that
seem
Bible.
small.
Doubted it, but that's the Lord speaking there. I got that in less than 2 months. I got a new job, and it came at the time when even the lockdown and things were a bit intractable. There was insecurity everywhere. That's when I got the one that is putting food on the table up to today. What a mighty God we serve.
Wow.
That's all I can do, and I'll do.
There is no coincidence in that, admissions. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. That's That's why I always say your creator, be connected with God. He guides us, he leads us. Even sometimes he will show you a vision. It doesn't mean it's that appointed time. He will show you a vision and see clearly, write it down, make it plain, because the time is coming for the fulfillment of that vision. But if you're not in tuned, and he's saying now is the time, you're not even hearing him, you're going to miss opportunities. In a way, it may seem like a silent or a subtle procrastination, but that means he's telling you it's now, but you're not hearing. Is as good as you're procrastinating what he wants you to do. So personally, I feel, in fact, in all things, major, minor, whatever you want to call it, be connected, because everything is timing, really. And thank you so much, Admission, for sharing that. Leslie, hashtag, please, if you run away, I will disown you as my brother. Stay, please. But I'll come to you. Or Leslie, you don't mind me going to hashtag, because I don't know whether you're going live soon or something. But let me even say hello. Hashtag Happy New Year. Happy January, February, about to be March. I hope you're there now. I can see that coffee mug. You and this coffee mug. Okay, I'll have to go to Leslie then. So you're staying. Leslie, good evening. Happy Monday to you. I hope you're there as well. You have to unmute. Sometimes we tend to forget to press our button. Oh, Leslie. I'll go to Susan. Okay, hashtag. Hashtag, are you there? Because I think maybe Admission said something and I saw some comments. I thought maybe you wanted
It's
to.
Leslie live now. You just said something about him going live. Does he
Who?
do live program?
He does. I hope. Did he say something on there? I may have missed it. Oh no, is Leslie saying to speak to hashtag? Okay. Not Leslie. I'm talking about hashtag because he does live. I don't know if he's doing live. Hashtag, are you there? I can see coffee mug, so probably he's receiving a call. You say? Okay, I'll have to go to Susan. I can't see anything from him, but I can see maybe a call came in for him. Susan, good evening. I hope you can speak now as well. Let's see. Otherwise, if you are going to leave me to start talking.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sis. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Good evening, sis. I hope you're good. Happy Monday. Sorry about all the commotion here now. Yes, so we're talking procrastination today. We have come again with all this our topic. I said our life must get better, whether the devil likes it or not. So all these issues we are denying ourselves from addressing, we will do it on inside, whether the devil likes it or not. Because our life, we have to enjoy this one life God has given us. So whatever it is we need to do, we best learn, talk about it, and get going, get doing, so that we can enjoy the essence of living. Because sometimes I know we don't know it all. I know, and that's why I always come here to rub minds. Even me, I'm here to learn. I don't know everything. In fact, wait till I know self. But let's rub minds together. Let's help one another attend to certain issues we tend to, deny ever existing. So Susan, I don't know how much of the talk you heard, or if at all you met any of it. We're looking at procrastination. Can procrastination or procrastinating, can it help someone achieve purpose in life? And again, maybe if you have any other practical ways of overcoming procrastination, you can share one or two with us. Please, the floor is yours. Let's hear you.
Well, let's start with good evening, everybody. Sorry,
It's
I'm
fun.
just tired.com.
Hey,
Well,
it is well.
yeah, trying to get my mojo back. Okay. Well, procrastination, can it help? What
Can it help someone achieve purpose in life?
sometimes we don't want to rule out procrastination to be a bad thing,
Okay.
because most times I think when topic is raised, people tend to fall back to the negative part of it,
Okay.
and some fall to the positive side of it as well. But I like to give the sandwich,
Oh.
give both good and bad, and then see whichever one, suits your life, or whichever one benefits you more.
Yeah.
Procrastination, sometimes it can benefit, sometimes it might not benefit. And practically, I have seen where procrastination
Ajayi-Daniels.
benefited
Yeah.
somebody's life, not just benefited, it spared somebody's life.
Yeah.
So he wanted to travel, and he just kept procrastinating. Oh, should I not? Should I? Should so, that kind of, I don't want to, my body is not just. And then the person that I was supposed to go and meet was like, guy, how far now? I was supposed to date this. But it's like, it's not in the mood, but oh, don't worry, I will come, I will come. And fortunately or unfortunately, he did not go. Reasons best known to him. And then the next time when he received the call was the police calling to
Wow.
say, we got a list of names of these people in this house. He was supposed to be there, but he is not there. All the people that were there were arrested.
Wow.
So imagine if he just, took himself there. Maybe he would have been arrested as well, or we don't even know what the storyline will be afterwards. So sometimes, like I say, it just depends on the situation you find yourself. And when you procrastinate, it affects people in different ways, both good and bad. But then sometimes it just helps for you to see a bigger picture. Because if you have a project and you just keep procrastinating and say, oh, maybe tomorrow, while you're still thinking
My
that
own
maybe
platform.
tomorrow, not tomorrow, you are building ideas. Because someone like me, if I have something to do and I just keep procrastinating, while in that environment of my procrastination, I am trying to rebuild or rebrand what I want to do. So it makes me, think in a broader way, how to get better or how to improve what I want to do. And then one day I'll just, why are you not doing this thing? I have to speak to myself again. Why are you not doing this thing? And once it comes, I write it down. Sometimes I have thoughts, a lot of things that comes up my mind. If I don't write it down that moment,
You forget.
I forget. And then I'll start blaming myself. I start giving myself that blame factor. Well, that's what procrastination does as well. It makes you blame yourself. And then you now think, if I had done this, it would have been like this. Meanwhile, like we say, oh, there's time for everything. But do we have enough time?
For everything, really.
Yeah. So we still need to question Ecclesiastes, which says there's time for everything.
Oh, no. It broke it down to let you
Yeah.
know what it's
No,
saying.
yeah, yes.
A time to speak, a time not to speak, a time
Some
to.
people just fall in that clause of there is time for everything.
Oh, and they just leave it. Oh, no.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
dangerous.
It's just like some people, they will just be singing, K Sarah, Sarah, whatever will be.
I
They're
hear
not doing
you.
anything, but they are just, living in that euphoria to say, oh, whatever will be, will be. Do something so that it will be. You won't do. And then you feel it will be. Sometimes we tend to put ourselves into trouble for no reason. Okay, was it I remember we were still young. This family, they wanted to go. It was just opposite us. Our building, it was just the road that was just demarcating. I think, was it I wanted to go to that building, or one of us wanted to go there to visit, but we didn't. One thing came up, another thing came up. The next thing we just heard fire, oh, fire, oh. We
Wow.
came to our balcony. The building was burning.
Wow.
And people could not take out pain out of that place. So imagine you had gone there,
Okay.
what would have happened? So that's why I say sometimes procrastination helps, sometimes it doesn't.
Okay.
But then let's not fall too much off. Maybe it will help you, save you from a little danger or a little mishap or near miss. But then the disadvantage of procrastination is heavier than the advantages. To me, that's how I feel, because the impact it gives. It's just like a lady say, I want to get married. I want to get married. Oh, by 25, 26, I should be married. And then you keep pursuing education, using your husband to do boyfriend. Before you know it, your boat is your canoe. My mama will say, your canoe they pass. Your canoe they go. You they use your husband, they do boyfriend. Canoe they go. They go. And then when it now dawn on you, you are 37. Sometimes it still do not dawn on people. They're like, oh, no, no, no. No, I need to get masters in this. I need to do this. I need to. You see, like most times the Igbo guys, so to say, they want to achieve everything before they decide to settle. How much things can you achieve? You ask yourself. Imagine, after acquiring everything, and then one thing, you become ill, that's the end. Or you don't even get what you really want because the girls that you want at that time, they've moved on. And then you start regretting and start coming back to say, I wish. Everybody will now turn musician. You start singing, I wish. Meanwhile, when your canoe was there, you did not sail with it. So, and most times, we tend to like think what people say and then rush into doing things. So like procrastination, I believe it will. So to me personally, I would say it does not decrease my performance. It helps me improve my performance. But then it depends on individual how you see procrastination. There are a lot of delays that you will find yourself. Okay, imagine you have a bill to pay. You keep procrastinating. I will. The bill is piling up. I will. And then they will now knock 5,000 for your head. Bakam.
The dog
You
cats, I see
you
you.
are like, this little drop, something that I ignored. Now it has grown to this. So sometimes that's what procrastination will give you, that economic difficulties. Even in relationship. So don't worry, by the end of this year, I will marry her. Oh, by the end of this year, I will do this, I will do that. You don't do it. You keep pushing and pushing. One of my friends, I think the daughter was 17, the son 15, and the other one was, is it 12? No, 10 or thereabout, before their dad went to pay dowry.
Whoa.
Because he kept procrastinating. I will do that. Now, let me give you a personal or a personal known story. This is my auntie's, we used to call her my auntie's cousin, because we didn't know her as a cousin. It's through my auntie. So she
Okay.
got married to this guy. She has had the papers, brought this guy. I think, no, they met here. They were doing their things every time. Oh, okay, so when will you go and see my family? So don't worry. I will do that. They will buy tickets. Something will come up. So they will lose either full money or half of it. They kept doing that until this woman's mom passed. Her dad passed. This
Wow.
man was still procrastinating. Then, when she had her first child, her first daughter here is older than his first daughter with just 3 months in Nigeria. Then the second one, the same pattern. So he was building a home back home while pretending to be a good man here.
Wow.
When he now got, and then they bought a big house that, because she was the one that had the papers, she was getting all the loans, all the everything, and everything was on her name. So they bought this big house, all the debt. So they were working, trying to pay off and all that. As soon as he got his red passport, then was red passport. The next week, he packed his baggages and said he was moving back to Nigeria.
Wow. Just like
Just
that.
like that. The woman, so what happens to the children, to the life that we built, this debt, this one? He said, well, it's not in his name. Before we say Jack Robinson, this man has moved to Nigeria, living with his other family in Nigeria. He can go in and come anytime. He's a British citizen. Left this woman with debts. So this woman lived with a lot of regret to say, if they had not procrastinated, probably what happened may not have happened. Or even if it happened, it wouldn't be like this. There's a box procrastination puts you in. You don't even know whether you ask why, what, where, when. You start all the www, you start looking for www.com to ask.
No.
So that box that procrastination puts us into is something we need to fight against, especially the negative impact that it gives us. In as much as it has its own positive views, it has its own negative impact. And it's that negative impact that puts most of us in trouble. Because we so much rely on it. Don't worry. Don't worry, I'll do it. I will do it. I be talk na do, na lie. They don't do nothing. They will just sit down and there are some people, they just build castle in the air. When you hear them talk, you're like, wow, this one has business idea. Oh yeah, start now. You're not starting. Do this now, you're not. I don't even, we're all guilty because there are some things you decide. And then the day you stand up to do it, it will look as if it's one spirit that just pushed you. Oh yeah. And then you will find, and then you start seeing yourself, why did I not do this since? Why was I waiting? And sometimes we don't learn, we need to learn from other people's mistakes because we take it for granted, and it is now when it happens to us, we will now want to learn. Now, one of my aunties, she got married. 1 year later, they divorced. And no child, no nothing. She decided to move on, doing her own thing, and then when it now got to our own generation,
Baritone.
I was praying against all that. I say, Father, we don't want this thing that happened, in this generation to continue. Let somebody break it. And then when I now started my own, I now had my son before I got married. So even when she heard I was pregnant, she was like, go wait, make them pay for your bride price and all that. In my head, I'm like, the ones that when they pay, where it reach. You see, make I hold this pikin first, then we'll talk about that one. And we did that, afterwards we did everything rightly. But imagine you now decide to say, oh no, it's true, let me go and remove this one. How many will you be removing?
Hey.
How because some people don't like to tell themselves the truth. You now sit down and say, it's true. No, let me do this, let me do that. You will not forget that your time is going. There's a time that you will want this thing. You won't even have the strength.
Your night's
One,
time is near.
you won't have the time. You are
Yeah.
so busy pursuing other things. You won't have the time. So sometimes you see this procrastination of a thing. Sometimes I say it will either make you or break you. Depends on how strong you are. And you have to hold it with two hands and say, come, enough of this procrastination.
Yeah.
Let me just get this thing out of the way. You want to buy a house, you just, I will call them. I will have suffered in many people's mouth. I will. And you will not do it. You want to study, I will. You want to do this, you want to travel. Oh, I don't like solo travel. Maybe I will call one of my, I will. You will not do it though. Then you will
Oh,
just find
the whole year is gone and
it's
nothing has
gone.
happened.
Nothing has happened. And you will now ask yourself, just like that, we are now saying Happy New Year. Or we are saying happy birthday. Each time you say happy birthday, you are growing old though.
Please do not remind some of us.
Even when you say happy new year, okay, let's
Hey.
do birthday.
Oh my
You,
God, it's another year. Hey.
I know. And then you go and start looking for all the things you
Michael,
wrote
I see
down.
you.
You go and start looking for the things that you wrote. Say, okay, these are my resolutions. None of them has come to pass. Then you ask yourself, what have I been waiting for?
It's very
Many we had so much time, during COVID, but we did not understand the times that we were in. Because a lot of people, they blow that period.
yeah.
Some no blow.
Yeah.
But some way blow, then blow. Some they just blow with weight. They big, sit down for house, they chop, they blow. Meanwhile, others were blowing in another way. And then you sit down and be watching, how many people don't die today? How many people? Where is the COVID? You don't even know what you're running away from. Meanwhile, people were seeing opportunities in it. And then some will say, don't worry, after
Oh my
COVID, I will do this. After this one, I will do this. After me, okay, now the thing has finished. You are still there. Nothing has been done. We just procrastinate and procrastinate. Before you know it, you don't hold the time, don't go. You are fine. You just look at you spent 25 years in this country with nothing to show forth. You now ask yourself, where did this time fly to? How manage? And then you now be in that room of wonderland. And while you are still wondering, the time is going. So it's better you just once you just find out that I've procrastinated for too long, pick it up and move. They say anytime where they break, now be your morning. So even if your day break at the age of 50, now their time they break. Oh yeah, start something. Instead of procrastinating, I will do this, I will do that. Some people, they've been in this country for 20, they've not gone to Nigeria, they've not gone to see their parents. That I will. Then when you hear that your parents have passed, then you start shedding some stupid crocodile tears. Why didn't you go? It's not as if you didn't have the means
We
to go.
can't judge. Oh,
I
sometimes
know.
you know the reason why they can't
No,
go.
not that reason. Some of them had,
Okay.
they have opportunity to go.
Yeah,
They will
because
not want
some
to
people are
go.
just hooked in the system.
Oh yes, oh yes. No, that one is just by the way. But those that were not hooked,
Yeah, I
they're
get
like, don't worry. Those people that feel, oh, money is everything. Don't worry, I'll send money to them. I'll send. It's not like that too. By the time you see their number on your phone, you cannot dial the number. Then you will start biting your finger and say, I die no. and it's already too late. And that's what that's the end. That's where procrastination leads us to. Had I known. And you start thinking, I wish. If you see if you hear some people's wishes, I wish I can turn back the hand of the clock. I would have. Now that you cannot turn it back, leave it the way it is and do what you need to do. I rest my case tonight.
Thank you, Susan. Oh, perhaps before you go, so what practical ways can we overcome that negative procrastination?
Just get up and do what you need to do. There's not two ways about it.
Okay.
If you want to drink water, you know you are thirsty. It's either you dive into the sea and start drinking water, or you go to the fridge and get water. Either way, just get it done. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. There you go. Just get up and get on with it. Thank you so much. Leslie, are you able to talk now? Or you're still cooking? Are you still cooking? Let me not look for trouble now. Okay.
It's cooking. It's not
Were
just
you
cooking.
cooking?
Good evening, people.
Good.
No, I'm not cooking. I'm ironing.
Why you always going after Leslie with cooking?
Because that's what he always says. He knows that.
He says he's a
Sometimes
good
he's talking, he's forgotten that the mic is on and chopping carrots.
He no means say because we know how to cook, we are always cooking.
You should be happy that you should be happy that we're even appreciative or appreciating your cooking. How good that cooking is, we don't know. So let's not overapplaud
this year.
You two. Now Baritone is here. You and Leslie. Where is Debbie? Help me find Debbie, please. Help me find Debbie. I don't want to even hear.
Don't worry, we are cooking. This year we are going to bring bottle.
I hear you. Good evening. Anyways.
But yes, so I've just been sorting out the kids. School. We're back to school. Everybody, it's back to school.
I know.
So,
tell me about today.
Homework, and then getting them ready for bed. Yes, but yes, thank God. Yeah, beautiful topic. I've enjoyed everybody's submission. I've been enjoying it so much.
Please,
so, yes,
Susan, help me look for Debbie, please. I'm trying to find her too. So yeah, what we don't know. Well, I don't know. We've managed to split this procrastination into two now: the positive procrastination and the negative procrastination. So at least that's as far as we've been able to break this topic today. The question really, do you want me to ask the question, or you want to share?
Please ask the question, please.
So can procrastination, can it help someone achieve purpose in life? And remember, that's why we had to break it into eventually. And then what practical ways can we overcome procrastination really?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean,
opening the encyclopedia.
No, I'm actually looking for a scripture. It says something about that now is the day of salvation.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
I think it's that scripture I'm looking for. And yeah, I think that's in Hebrews.
Let me help you as well.
I think it's in Hebrews. I want to just read because it just talks about that now being the day of salvation, Yeah, it says today if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts as in the day of rebellion. And today I think it's Hebrews. I'm looking at Hebrews 3. Yeah.
Well, there's one in Isaiah 45, I think, as well.
Yeah, something about now being the day of salvation. But Hebrews talks about today if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts as in the day of rebellion. So I think there's something about making the most of the day. I think there's a saying in Latin, is it carpe diem, seize the day.
Okay.
And it's important. Procrastination, it may aid. I wouldn't call it I wouldn't rely on it as something to help you. depends on the personality. Some people are just go go go. You know, they don't take a stop, they don't take a break, and they can bruise people as well because they're driving everybody. They want to achieve certain things. They don't know when to stop. And as some people is just too slow. Everything's a drag. So I just think it depends on the person. I think the most important thing is that everybody knows what they need to do and what needs to get done. And I think there's different ways of seeing procrastination. Sometimes people are procrastinating because maybe it's something they don't enjoy, or maybe it's an experience that they're not willing to face or to deal with, or they just can't be bothered, or they just feel like it's a drag on them. But I think for me, the one of the if you're procrastinating about something, I think it's important to know why it's taking so long, what is delaying it. Um, I think one of the things where I've learned to deal with it, and especially in business where you have to be very good at delivering deadlines, you have to be very good at delivering your orders, your services.
Yep.
You can't delay. You can't just delay just for the sake of it. You need to be able to deliver, or else it can be a bad name. It can go down as something that, and I've learned that in the hard way too, in the early days of when I was coming up in business. So it's very important that you learn to fulfill the objectives that you set for client and customer. It's good to make that a habit. But one of the things that I have appreciated, and it's something that I've taken straight from the Bible as a biblical wisdom, is learn to do things little by little over a period of time. And so when the hard things come, you will get to do them much better. Don't put them off. The sooner you do the hard and break them down, I've learned to just break them down, and set a time for it. But also in that saying, in that sense, it depends on again where the person's at. So like our brother admission, he gave a great testimony, and it's similar to my wife's own. She was in a particular job for a very long time, and a lot of her friends were like, "Oh, you need to move up. You got all the skills and qualifications to move up." And I remember I would tell her, "Look, to the Lord, look." I
Yeah,
told
I
her,
think I
"The
remember
Lord
the
can speak to
previous
you.
before.
Yeah, the Lord can speak to you. If the day He wants you to go, He will tell you. Yeah, this is not
Welcome to Wealth and
every
Sleep.
fairy miss. God, if He wants you to go, He will let you go. He will let you know when it's time to go. Don't be looking at all these people who are moving up, they are moving fast, they're making X amount. That's not the goal. That's not the goal. God have a different what is important to Him. And it's so funny that when the time came to move, the way things happened, it was a very amazing period and season. And it was a 1 year process. And it's funny that I'm in that similar transition now, as we're speaking now. I'm in a similar transition where I'm about to move into a new venture, and that would mean me leaving particular employment as we're speaking. So, but the Lord did it, and the next job she got was an amazing job. It took time, but it was an amazing job has been a great blessing. And if she had left sooner, I don't think she would have been in the opportunity she had. And she's the first in our family to be in such a position as well. So it's just important that, yeah, sometimes delay doesn't mean denial, but delay doesn't also mean procrastinating. Procrastination, I think, is when you know you ought to do something and you're putting it off, and you need to find out why. One of the things I find out is either something I need to do, and then after a while I'm not feeling so clear, I don't stress about it. I've learned to recognize, okay, maybe this thing is becoming more than what I'm making it, and I pull away and I give it time. I've learned to pray about it, and if I need to go back to it, I'll go back to it. I think one of the things I think is the key I feel is fear. Is it the fear of what you need to do that's the problem,
Fear
or
of
is it the
failure.
fear yeah, so you got to identify that as well. What is causing this blockage? And I find that when you begin, for me, what I've learned is that when I start feeling uncomfortable, I put it down. I have learned to just put it down, recognizing that I will commit it to God, and when it's time, I will, if the Lord wants to do it, I'll pick up and do it. I'm somebody who likes to just go all the time. Like Nike says, just do it, just get it done. But sometimes I've also learned to back off, because not every opportunity is going to be realized. I've learned that some things are just lessons you are learning. They're not just going to lead to the next biggest thing. Some things just are things that you need to do to help the process of where you're going to next, that would really bring you to that process, that will take you to where you want to go to. So not everything you're going to do is just going to blow you up. But it's very important to recognize the opportunities that you need to do and get them done. But I feel procrastination is something that one needs to know. If something is if you are delaying in getting something done, or a project or a task, and I think our sister Susan said it, who's it affecting? Because when it's not just you, maybe there's a deadline, and it's not just you that is going to pay for it. There are other people who are now going to be affected by your decision. Yeah, then you need to find out what you need to do to get it done. It's very important. And people have lost money on things. People have lost even, quote unquote, their lives on just because of delay. They're just dragging leg, and then they miss an opportunity, they miss something. So it's important. Again, it depends on how people go about achieving their goals. I've learned that just do certain things regularly and keep just be consistent in how you do what you need to do to achieve your goal, and it should be okay. I will round up with this. I remember we got a contract that it looked really good, but when it fell through disastrously, and it landed us to a court case that lasted almost 2 years. And I remember many months where I just did not want to deal with the paperwork. I didn't want to deal with the legal stuff. But I remember something my wife told me, it was a scripture she used. It was Matthew 6:33. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and then all this will be added unto you. But it was the other part, I think it was 34, where it says that each day trouble is enough. Leave tomorrow trouble alone. And that really helped me, because I started to just take it one day at a time. I would deal with the wahala of that day one at a time. And before I knew it, I was 6 months through that case. And then it was 18 months. And then I'm looking back now. So this is 2026 now. And it's 1 year and 2 months since that case has been over. But it was one day. It was just one day. So I would say with procrastination, just deal with that situation one day at a time. Don't give yourself all the wahala of everything. Just take the thing one day. And before you know it, you are like 3-4 months done. 5-6 months is behind you. So I think sometimes procrastination is could be a fear issue. It could be a laziness issue. It could be a number of things, but one has to identify what's really going on and then begin to walk through it. But I think I've really enjoyed everyone's contribution. I love our sister Susan's take. She brought really nice perspectives. I think ultimately it's like this thing can be a negative. Don't let it be the leading way of how you do everything. So identify it, please. I won't advise you to procrastinate on every goal. Learn to identify why is this a delay. Even whatever your personality you have, you still must live. You still must do certain things. Don't put everything off every time. Because not everything has a time set.
Gazem, good evening.
So I think, I don't know if that helps. I don't know if that's the question, I've answered any of your questions, but yeah.
It has. I mean, aside the questions, we have submissions of our own we can give as well. So in a way, you've kind of touched in and out of those two questions. So, but when you were speaking about, when I was preparing for this, I honestly did not see the negative and the positive to it. That's why I say when we come here, we rub minds and we get more knowledge. And as you were speaking, Leslie, I think is a story or someone I know, I can't even remember. This person would procrastinate, or they somebody would say this one is not serious with life, kind of a thing. And they went to the boss, the way the boss run Nigeria. especially those not too big bosses that maybe is going from Lagos to Ibadan kind of a thing. And this person has been saying he wants to travel to go and see God knows who, and then got there,
Yes.
paid, and then sat in the bus and was waiting for the bus to be filled. At some point, he just said, you know what, I'm not going, I'll go another time, kind of a thing, thought to himself. And then he called the conductor to say, you know what, give me my money, I'm not going, I'll go another time. And they're like, it's nearly full, are you in a hurry? He said, no, I'm not going again. Meaning he's procrastinated that again, took his money and left. However, somehow he got the message later, I think the day after, that bus he was meant to go with to travel had an accident, and almost half the people in there died. So would you now say the man has procrastinated, obviously, to whoever cares to listen, but that has in a way saved his life? So
Yes,
hence
yeah.
we coming about this positive and negative, but either way it takes intentionality. You have to know what you're doing somehow.
Just said, if I may, I wouldn't call that procrastination.
Hey,
That's
it's their
just
way,
simple
it's their
change of
way they do
mind.
things.
It's just a simple change of mind. I wouldn't call that procrastination.
Would it be if this person is a perpetual do you know this person?
I don't think there is anybody in the world that sits down and decides to procrastinate. People change their minds. Because when I heard what made me come out, I was listening from the FYP when Susan said, it actually helps her to. I was a bit confused because I didn't know how, I don't think there's anybody. I was listening to what Leslie said, and so much of what he said I agree with. Only that I might want to open up a little bit on,
Please,
what he said a little
that's
bit
why
more.
we're here.
I don't think anybody sits down and decides to procrastinate. Procrastination is,
Thank you, ask the agent.
delaying what you actually want to do without any real reason, not knowing why like Leslie said, it's not because of one thing. Sometimes procrastination could be down to laziness. Procrastination could also be down to a pointer to a mental problem. There could be underlying issues like ADHD. It could be pointing towards issues in perfectionism.
Yeah,
there are underlying issues that for instance, for me, I get a ticket, a parking ticket, and I'll pay it. Like Susan said, I'll pay. Paying within 14 days, you pay the half amount. But when it goes past 14 days, you pay the full amount. So I will say, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the day after until it goes past the 40. Oh my God. Oh God, I should have done this. Now, it's so stupid, not because the money is not there, but because of procrastination. Procrastination is never,
it's costly.
never a good thing. It's never a good. So when somebody changes their mind, it's not procrastination. That's, deliberately changes their mind. But procrastination is that thing that happens and you don't know why you did it.
Okay.
You don't know why you did it. Sometimes it could be sheer laziness. Sometimes it could be, it's cost people a lot. It's cost people, it can sometimes be, a decider between life and death, even.
Sometimes.
It can go that bad. I don't know who said, somebody mentioned something about a job. Sometimes I want to say this, that sometimes we tend to how do I put this? We tend to want to, because we are a bit slow to act. We tend to say God has not given me the nudge yet. God has given us free will. Sometimes some of us are very slow. I am one of those people. Some of us are very slow, not because God has not given us that free will or the nudge, but because some of us are just too slow. It doesn't mean that we don't know what we are doing. In fact, if you go down and do a bit of research, the people that procrastinate most are the most resourceful, intelligent people in life. Not because they don't have the tools, but procrastination drags them back. Do that research, you'll find that out.
Okay.
It's procrastination by itself is not a good thing. The only thing is that more often that sometimes it's not just down to laziness, it's a precursor or due to underlying reasons, like a mental illness. It could be due to also, yeah, even OCD,
Okay.
or perfectionism. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
That could
mentioned
cause
that.
procrastination, and you see it happen again and again. But it's just like Susan said, first things first is being aware that you have that problem of procrastinating. If you know that you have, if you're aware of it, and then it's hard, try to move towards, if I want to do this, I want to do this, stand up and do it. That procrastination is going to come, and you try to move against it. It's not going to be easy, but of course, telling God, God, I have this problem, help me,
Help me, oh
help
Lord.
me, help me, you
Yeah.
know. Like I know that there's so many black folk, especially those of us from Nigeria, that have ADHD. But back in Nigeria, there no be no ADHD. They go flog that ADHD cover
Oh,
for your
come on.
systems.
I'm telling you. Hey, God
so,
help me. It's
so,
true.
so it's being aware and also being telling yourself, I want to do something about it. I have a friend. I have a friend in the US that he would, he said, you help me with this, I help you with this. So when I tell him my goals, he pushes me. He said, don't wait. Don't wait, because he knows I will procrastinate, and I know he will procrastinate. So I push him, he pushes me. So it's good to have a next friend like that, somebody who encourages you, somebody who pushes you, somebody who would be like a gatekeeper for you, and to be able to say, listen, you need to move to the next level. There are people who are totally okay with being on one level. Then they don't want for things to great. They're just okay, you know. But some of us, we have the capability to be able to move to the next level, to be a stepping stone for the next person to follow us. And it all takes for us to be bold enough to move, when we need to move. And if you find that you're having that issue of moving or that procrastinating, every now and then, get somebody to push you. Get some people or two persons who can push you
You
from
have to
one
be
point to the
sure of
other,
those people. Yeah.
Yes, yes, because you hear when people, talk about their success stories, you hear them mention, I must thank this person. He was the one that pointed me to this. I must thank this person. Sometimes these opportunities are just in front of us, but we're looking at it, we're not seeing. And it takes the third party to say, have you thought about, why don't you do this? When you hear it for another person, you're like, oh, really? Coming from another person, it now looks like an opportunity. It looks attractive, but you knew it beforehand. You saw it. It didn't look up, attractive. And there was a time years ago, my wife would say, some of the jobs I sent to you, you can do them. I know. I said, but I'm not qualified for them. I would tell her I'm not qualified. And she would just sigh and walk away from me. Sometimes we need people who can push us, and we need to have that enabling spirit. We have free will. We have free will that comes from God. It's there. It's there. You know, sometimes God won't come down and say, "My son," God spoke to me and did that. It happens for some people, yeah, but sometimes it behoves us to take the bull by the horn. I'll leave it there. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. 1 second. Oh, I'm just typing this. Thank you. We're beginning to tear this apart. Even me, I'm learning. Like I said, I'm learning. When I was preparing for this, there was a particular thing, that was coming, and now we've established that. But in all of this, I remembered, starting off by kind of giving it what is it called, to kind of break that down. What does procrastination, what does it actually mean? And for the sake of those who were not here when I started, so procrastination, I mean, it could mean a lot of things, but one of the things I said is not just delaying a task, it is the intentional postponement of something that needs to be done, even when we know delay may bring negative consequences. So there's I think maybe it was Leslie that says there's a spirit behind that, and it's we need to pay attention to it, really, because you know that this thing, hey, it has consequences if you don't do it, yet you're intentionally postponing. Just like the example Baritone gave, you don't pay half the money, which is like a giveaway in a way. Half the money, say for example, you get a ticket for £60. If you pay within 14 days, it will be £30. I mean, quickly pay before anything. But like, you're gonna pay. And the worst thing is, I think, I'm not sure now, if that 14 days passes and the whole month or whatever they've given you passes, instead of that £60, you even pay extra or more, or they will charge you with something else. And sometimes you find out that you still find yourself in that space. Why would you procrastinate? You know that this thing will cost you money. Why not just do it? But it's a spirit that we really need to shake off. How? You have to pray to God to help you. Because I said, the spirit is willing, the flesh is weak, as they say. But when it's costing you and you're still in that space of procrastination, then what will propel you not to procrastinate? So I like the fact that they say maybe get people to help charge you or challenge you or support you or do stuff is good. But be mindful, because when two procrastinators are friends with each other, I don't know how they intend to not procrastinate. Well, anyway, thank you for your submissions. It's really, really appreciated. I was even going to come to you when you stepped in, Baritone. So thank you. So I'm going to come to, okay, admissions has dropped off. Thank you so much, admissions, for stopping by. Adebuki, I see you. I think Providence have spoken. I know you left and you're back. Susan have. So Debbie, well, you're the only person I can see that have not said anything. I know you came late. We were looking all over the internet for you. But thank God you're here. So you've heard as much as, I'm sure. Look at her. Something has dropped. Oh, something has dropped. Debbie again. I don't know. Ask the agent, can you speak? I think I sent an invite. I don't know if you can speak. If you want to say one or two, just to help expand our thinking about this, because we have to get it right. Like I said, we only have one life to live and we have to get it right. God helping us. Yeah, so many people do not fail because they lack talent. They fail because they delay action. So it's a habit. Some people don't even know that it's a habit. And until somebody will come and say to them, do you know that I can't rely on you? And then they'll be like, what do you mean? Because they feel the reliable person. But somebody is always telling you that 3 times I've asked you to help do this or something, but you never, it's not important, and yet you give me your word, I'm on it, I'm gonna do it. Sometimes you don't even realize that you are a procrastinator. Sometimes you don't. And I like the fact that you mentioned, because I mentioned perfectionism. Some people are perfect. The mood has to be perfect. The time has to be perfect. This has to be. Hey, what if it never becomes perfect? That means you'll never do anything. So that can be, I don't know, like you say, maybe a psychological thing that, you have to pay attention to, or you need help with. Somehow there's always a way out. as long as you're aware and you pursue help. So I don't know, it's not bringing Debbie back. She's the only person that has not spoken. So if not, I'll have to bring my puzzle. Maybe we'll have a shorter night tonight. Who knows? My Ultra 4, I see you there. A13, I see you. Ask the agent, please send that invite if you want to chip in tonight. Grace Mia, I see you. Debbie, I've sent another invite. I don't know what it is with Debbie and TikTok.
If Sister Debbie is unable, maybe she's busy or whatever.
No, it's TikTok. TikTok kind of throws her out.
I understand. Can I make a submission, please?
Please. Yeah, go ahead. I know you've spoken before, but it's all right.
As we are talking about perfection, nobody is perfect, even
No.
except God. Jesus Christ did some action. So, in relation to procrastination, it could be good or bad. But, I mentioned a verse in the Bible, Acts in the Bible.
Yeah.
You go to chapter 24, verse 2. I read King James Version. It's very, very important. Some people read NIV or whatever, but I read King James Version.
It's all right.
Yeah,
as long as we can understand it. Let me see. What did you say?
Acts chapter 24, verse 2.
Do you want me to find it and read it,
Or you can read it for us.
Okay, let's see.
Please.
Okay, 1 second. Let's see. So, it says, you want the New King James, isn't it?
No,
King
Version.
James. It said, and when he was called forth, Tertullus began to accuse him. Is that the one? Saying, seeing that by thee we enjoy great quietness, and that very worthy deeds are done unto this nation by the providence.
Exactly.
That's why I don't read King James, because sometimes
King James Version is the best version. I used it to destroy the West Midland police in the UK. Most of them have mental problem. Yes, you can record me. Anybody can hear me. When I'm here, stalkers follow me. You understand? There was a time you want to challenge me in your program. When we allow God to act in our life. Abraham, the father of nations. If you go to First Chronicle, chapter 1, verse 28. I'm a Christian.
Are you're still relating it to the topic, right? Because I'm following
because of
you and I want to
procrastination you are talking about.
Okay, so where do you want me
First
to open?
Chronicle, chapter 1, verse 28.
Okay, 1 second.
I know the topic you are talking about, of course.
Yeah. First Chronicle.
Chapter 1, verse 28.
28. Okay, let's see. Your King James, sorry. I will read it, but
it's the best weapon in the whole world. That King James Version Bible you hold.
Okay.
King Charles is a caretaker. Queen was a caretaker of the United Kingdom.
It says the son of Abraham, Isaac, and Ishmael.
Exactly. First Chronicle chapter 1, verse 28. Whether Muslim, I have Muslim name.
Okay.
Whether somebody is a Muslim or Christian, you have an Abrahamic faith.
Okay.
So what in relation to procrastination, can we say the father of nations procrastinated?
Yeah, go on. We're hearing you.
We cannot say that, in the sense that we tend to have Abrahamic faith. Abraham is the only person that God swore by himself that we have children. Honestly, I walk by faith, not by sight. In the in relation to because I don't want to misquote the Bible. Ephesians, I think that is it
What I
Ephesians?
mean, what are you can paraphrase it,
I want to
maybe.
paraphrase it in the sense
Yeah.
that I was unable to recollect the Bible verse.
Yeah. Okay.
We walk by faith,
Okay,
not
not
by
by
sight.
sight.
You can
Okay.
Google it. So, I don't care whatever I rely on. Acts chapter 24, verse 2. Thank you very much.
Or you can find it in 2 Corinthians 5:7 as well. Well, let me your King James up. Okay, King James, yeah. For we walk by faith, not by sight. Yeah? Are you still you're muted? Oh
Yes,
my goodness,
yes,
you're
I've muted already. Yes, you are right.
for we walk by faith, not by sight.
Exactly. Thank
Okay.
you. And Job
Thank
28:28.
Oh, you
You
want me
can,
to open that as well?
yeah, Job 28:28.
Wow, we're doing Bible study today. Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry for
No,
occupying
no,
it.
no. We use the Bible. I mean, that's our reference book. It said, and unto man he said, Behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
When you have the fear of the Lord, you have wisdom.
Okay.
When you depart from evil, you understand a lot of things. So, in procrastination, it's related to it.
Okay.
Yes, because somebody doesn't have the fear of God or the fear of the Lord, that it will be evil. Somebody who is meant to spend 10 years to do something will be quicker to do it, having false hope, like what some pastors in Nigeria are giving them. I'm in the UK, I'm a British, to the glory of God. So, what I'm trying to say is that it can come in their own way.
Okay.
Giving false hope can be
Can
procrastination.
make people to
Tomorrow
procrastinate.
you buy a Lexus. Tomorrow you are going to build a 4-story building. You say amen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, amen, 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 amen. All this amen, amen. If it's not related to the scripture, though the Bible say faith without no work is dead. How many big pastors that we've seen as a beggar? Is those on top. Only the top can be cut to the top. That's what's
So are
going on.
you trying to refer to maybe spiritual procrastination now? Because like I
Something
said,
else
I'm
like
trying
that,
to
in the sense
understand.
that,
Adewumi, I see you, yeah.
procrastination might come through that channel.
Okay, okay.
So, if people are in the wrong place,
Giving people false hopes.
yeah, exactly. When people are in the wrong place at the wrong time, when Sister Suzanne was given a scenario, the police came to raid there, and that person was in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I believe the UK police, the bad cops, we deal with the bad cops. You know, the UK police, they tend to be in every forces.
Okay.
They tend to do their job. They are bad cops. That is, you see police walking 2 by 2. They patrol 2 by 2. I'm part of UK security system. So what I'm trying to say, I may not disclose much information about that. So procrastination, false hope, wrong doctrine can
Make
be
people
impediment. in somebody's life. Thank you very much. I give way.
Thank you, Providence. I get it. When somebody say pray for you, you become a millionaire tomorrow, say amen, and then they don't go to work. I don't know. So they procrastinate going to work because somebody has prayed for them that they're going to become millionaires. And you said prayer without works is dead. So we get that. Thank you so much for your addition, because that's the second time around. Thank you. I'm going to come to you. My Ultra 4, because it's just showing my all. I forgot my Ultra 4. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I hope you are good. Happy Monday. Is this your first time on here?
It is, yes.
Hi, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. I mean, after today, you're no more a stranger here, so you're welcome to Insight. Yeah, I'm sure I've seen you there for some time. So you've heard submissions from everybody in the box so far. I don't know how much of my talk you heard, but we're looking at procrastination today. And I mean, I don't know if you want to share other bits, but we have 2 questions. It's up to you to answer the question, or if you have your submission you want to give just to kind of expand this topic some more. Why not? Yeah. So
I think
yeah.
Sorry, sis. I think procrastination can merely be the failure or the fear of failing.
Okay. True.
You see, you can go into something thinking that, yeah, you've got it in the bag, you know exactly what you're doing, only to realize that it's not going to have the effect that you want it to have. So therefore, you need to take a step back, because failure to prepare is preparing to fail.
Yeah.
And as Baritone was saying, some of us are very specific about, you know, how, you know, we just, you know, we're very specific. We just do not want to fail, you know. So we need to make sure that what we planned comes to fruition properly, that there is no room for failure. So sometimes failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And then it can come across as, you know, you're procrastinating, you're stalling, where it's more about perfection rather than anything else.
Okay. Do you have any practical ways we can overcome procrastination, perhaps?
Again, as Baritone said, everyone's reasoning is different. Everyone has their own how can I put it? One person's reason may not be another person's reason, so to speak. For some people, it may be a case of the fear factor. They want to, but they're just afraid to actually take that next step. You know, they know they can, but they just need that extra support. So in some cases, it may be that an individual needs that extra push, that extra support that maybe they're afraid to ask for. You know, they need someone to basically hold their hand and lure them in. It could be a number of reasons. It could be procrastination because there are certain people within your circle that are not giving you the support that you need. Henceforth, you don't feel like you lose the confidence to do what you know you are capable of doing, merely because of the people you surround yourself around. So it could be various reasons, really, that lead to procrastination. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your submission.
My pleasure.
Thank you. I hope to see you on Thursday. We come on live Thursdays 8 p.m. UK time and Thursdays 8 p.m. UK time. But the different thing we do on Thursday is we talk about marriage issues. Yeah, so today is individuals, because individuals may tend to procrastinate for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And yeah, when we profess solution, it might not work for everybody. Like you say, every individual is different. Some even know that this is what they do. They know it's a habit and they're struggling. So hence, when you say you need to have the right support, I get it. Sometimes when you have that right support, they help push you. And you know, because sometimes it could be a very difficult thing to overcome, so you just need the right support to help you, you know, overcome most of the time, really. So it's always good to be mindful of the people we surround ourselves with. Because some people you're saying, hey, I need to do this tomorrow. I needed to do that next tomorrow. And they're like, calm down. Calm down. You're the only one. You don't have to. They will even bring more, what is it? Laziness your way, more, negativity and all of that.
Yeah.
Instead of, propelling you, pushing you, and,
Exactly.
so you
Because some
have to.
people really don't want you to progress, you see. It's
I
a thing.
know.
It's
Sometimes,
sad. So,
yeah, it is sad. And there are people that they're around you, and you think because they're smiling with you and all of that, they've got your back. But sometimes it's not always the case.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
yeah,
true.
thank you.
My pleasure, sis. My pleasure.
Thank you. So I don't know. I'm looking for my Debbie. Oh, she's not coming back. I can't see her. My goodness. Hey, something. Leslie, you're not praying for Debbie. Let me go by her words. Oga Leslie, are you praying for Debbie? Okay, yeah, I think, well, thank you all so much for your submissions. Thank you for expanding this. I mean, it's something we have to really go and look deep at again, because like I said, some people know they do this, but they just need the right help. Some people are struggling with it. So being accountable to specific people can help deal with procrastination. There you go. Thank you, Leslie, for dropping that as well, which kind of sums up what we've said towards the end. Thank you all so much for tapping. Wow. Guys, we have to take it to 200k likes. So let's be tapping whilst we're trying to round off for tonight. So I'm going to post my puzzle for tonight is a riddle, and it's first come, first serve. Because if you type and you're too slow, you might even know the answer, but whoever speaks first or whoever I see in the chat that, puts the answer there probably will get the gift. So let me just post it. I think I've brought this here too before. Let's see. So what kind of cell phone did Delilah use? What kind of, it's a puzzle. Let's not start opening our Bible. Don't think too hard, people. It's very easy one today because I didn't want us to be thinking and overthinking. What kind of cell phone did Delilah use? What kind of cell phone? So my Ultra 4, we always end with a puzzle, a riddle, a tongue twister, and things like that. Just a laugh before we go.
Can I try this?
Street phone, Leslie, no. Yes, baritone. Who's that?
Samsung.
Hey. Okay, tell us how you arrived at that.
Well, Samsung sounds like Samson, so that's
okay. Yeah. All right, thank you. So yeah, before I forget, let's find your donut and your ice cream as well. Thank you. That's the answer, Samsung. If there was any cell phone used at the time, good one. Yeah. See, easy. Like I said, easy. This one easy peasy, so that we won't overthink it. Guys, thank you so much. Early night today. Yes, I'll go and snore now. I sleep off. We'll be back here on Thursday, 8 p.m. UK time, by the grace of God. I think the time is changing. Okay, it's next month, actually. So, guys, have a lovely night. Do not procrastinate. Look for good friends around you to support you if you know you're the type that would procrastinate from time to time. Above all, let's pray about these things. Pray to God to help you. Even if you're not a believer, trust this God in particular regarding this and see how things will turn around. I know the God. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. We're taking it to 200k. Guys, we're not going to sleep tonight. Oh, let's keep tapping. Let me see if Debbie will be back. Hey, why? Let's keep tapping. Let's take it to 200k. I know we can do it. Let me check. We can do this. Kenneth. Elder Kenneth, you're just coming. Why? Elder Kenneth, good evening. I see you. Let's just call you up so we greet you. We're greeting you because we're done for today. Good to have you still. Thank you so much. Elder Kenneth, good evening. How are you?
How's everybody doing?
We're fine. We finished for tonight. You know that.
Yeah, I just come down for flight and I'm waiting for bus to where
Oh
I'm going
my
to.
goodness!
Went to
Wow,
Italy.
thank you.
I never thought I would meet you guys.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a
Happy
lot.
Thursday.
We
Happy
really
Thursday.
appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe you're here to help us staff to reach 200K tonight before we go.
Okay, all right.
So let's go,
Let me
guys.
start.
Oh, thank you. So Debbie is back. Oh, hey, Debbie, is there any space in that box for you right now? Let me see. Well done. I hope you had a safe trip, or you're
Yeah.
happy. Are you just going or coming?
Now I'm just coming to Italy now for 1 week on the day.
Oh, this is Ojoro.
Mm.
And you don't invite all of us here on Inside to come along.
I just have
Is it
one
obrigado what they say? I mean, what do they say? Huh? Anyways, enjoy your holidays. I hope
thank
Madame
you.
is with you.
The masses are always here with us.
What do you mean the masses? Power to the masses. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have fun. Relax. Okay, please let your hair down, even if there's no hair on your head. Enjoy the holiday. Guys, we can do this. Let's keep tapping. Please, let's
We're
do
almost there.
this. Debbie, good evening. Finally, let's hear you. You have
Good
to
evening.
unmute. Yeah, good evening.
Happy New
What's the
Year.
matter now?
Oh wow. He decided to play with me today, so
Tell
I
TikTok
let
when they
them
want
have
to
their
play
time.
with you, not on our time now. Why?
God go
It's
bless
part
the
of
person.
life.
It's part of life. No, we don't want such life here. Oh. We need
Oh.
you. We need you 8 p.m. We need you.
Sir. Okay,
I
100
hope
pounds.
you're good. How is Adasa?
Everybody is good.
Thank God.
Doing good.
Thank you so much for still stopping
We are
by.
about to share, are we about to share the grace?
We have shared the grace already. I
Are
brought
we
a
done offering?
puzzle.
I just said let me keep
Yeah, let's do offering. Oh
you
yeah,
work.
let's do offering. Let's do
I said I should
offering
come
as
and
we're
collect the
tapping.
offering.
We have stayed it to 200K before we leave. Honestly, I would have got my music on and we have shared the grace even. We're just tapping. We're receiving blessing. Thank you so much,
Oh, that's good.
Baritone, Leslie, Susan, A13, gracias, thank you. My Ultra 4, thank you. Elder Kenneth, honestly, God bless you. Our love to your family. We hope you have a nice holiday.
Thank
Alkalate,
you.
Providence, thank you so much. Debbie, you're still here. No, you're not gone. Thank you. We're nearly there. Come on, people. 195.8.9. Come on. 196. Thank you so much. Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop. You know, this tapping is what TikTok, in fact, sometimes they send some things and I'm reading, I'm like, okay, when we tap, fine, I know we finished the program already. But whilst we're in program where we keep tapping, we kind of attract other people to join because you're tapping, they're wondering what's happening on this platform, so they come and join. Let me Kenneth. Yeah, because it's at the airport, there's so much noise. But thank you all so much. You're on patrol. Okay, thank you. Are you on patrol on TikTok? So that you help us tell your people to stop harassing Debbie inside this box. So
My lady, I beg. I beg.
no, we have to fight for you now. We can't just leave them to be kicking you up and down like that. No, we don't want that.
I don't need anybody. I don't need anybody to help me report. I beg. Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's not a patrol on TikTok. Oh, I see. I beg, let's laugh a little. Maybe he's at work and he's on patrol. That's what he meant. Me, I'm just saying my own. No. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so
I
much. We're
didn't finish
nearly
the
there.
marathon today. Did I?
Eh, He's up there. I was looking for you because look at him and Leslie on top of each other there. And I'm saying, because I was calling Leslie, he too was saying I should carry on with the next person. I said maybe he's cooking. And then Baritone came and said, why is it that I'm always accusing him of cooking? I said, because we all know he cooks. And then that reminded us that they're owing us meal on
Wait,
inside.
the two both of you that follow each other on the line. The Insta is almost here.
Exactly. I mean,
Insta is almost here. What's gonna happen?
let's ask our chefs in the house. So
Mr. Barrington, good evening, sir. Let me be a bit.
Leslie, don't mute. So even if we should not mute, Debbie is here now because only we could not handle the two of you.
Let me be a bit posh. Maybe they will answer. Good evening, Mr. Barrington. Good evening, Mr. Leslie. Concerning the our last discussion about 2 years ago, I remember you promised to host us, as in either being the chef yourself or however, but host us.
Hey. We've got into 201.0. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, go on.
On behalf of the house, what's the update? Easter is almost here. We pardoned you last Christmas. So what's gonna happen? I think we have a month to Easter. Please unmute them. Let me change my voice. What is this going? David.
No, this one now. They are the ones that can unmute themselves. Yeah. Oh, Leslie, you're laughing. It's not funny. Oh, imagine is that food we're waiting to nurture us. So we'll just be like Slengo now since a whole year. How about?
Imagine that Jesus have died, woke up, risen up, rose
twice over. Can you imagine?
Walk in Jerusalem.
So are you saying that if we're waiting for our men to cook for us, we're going to starve? Is that what you guys are saying? We say we'll get a date.
Now so them teaching at Olabo.
Since Oga Leslie, you're still looking for dates.
Wow. Mr. Barrington. We will get a date.
There's network issue now. Okay, no worries.
Mr. Barrington. Please unmute yourself. Wow, this is fantabulous.
Hey, even Leslie just laughing there. Leslie on mute at this because we know you're there. Hey, what's happening? Okay.
Don't worry about how we'll get there. You don't worry about how we'll get there. Either we fly, we jump, we crawl, we walk.
There's train, there's bus, there's Uber.
Oh, my lady, you are bothering yourself.
Okay.
My lady, there is different kind of ways to get there. You don't worry. You will be surprised.
So we're waiting.
We can even disappear there. Don't worry. Anything can happen. You just give a date and location. We will shock you.
Yes. We're waiting because we're starving.
It's funny how Mr. Barrington's network now
is doing somehow.
Maybe me and Barrett. I don't know where are you based? Because I live in Hertfordshire. So is it going to be? Shall I host the venue here and you come and then we cook? Maybe we need to sort out.
I see you. Good evening.
My number. Then we can get. Then we can invite people to come and eat our wonderful food.
Hey,
don't worry. I'll go on 3 days dry fasting. That way.
I'm sorry for you, Debbie. I'm really sorry for you. Just bring that bag that you can't breathe.
Don't worry. The food is going to be very good. I can
no,
assure
my
you
lady,
that.
My lady, you don't worry.
Okay.
I will have agege bread in my bag just in case.
That is not working in faith. You need to come ready. Don't bring anything. Just bring yourself.
Okay.
Everything shall be provided for. Just tell me what you like to eat. We can see what we can conjure it up. Yeah, just bring yourself.
If what we like to eat, you can't cook it. It's whatever you cook, we will eat with love. Even if
Yes.
Only Mr. Leslie voice we are hearing.
Don't
Mr.
worry.
Leslie, are you speaking on behalf of food?
Yes, I'm thinking. Yes, because I know I will contact him, and we will set menu and everything. We enjoy. I'm hoping it's been summertime. Summertime, maybe this June.
After the resurrection of Jesus.
Yeah, moving after resurrection. This is going to be.
So there
it's going to be around that. It's going to be around that session. You'll be around that
summertime. Best time for barbecue that season. Best time.
Okay.
No worry.
At least you're hearing now. Everybody's hearing. This is live. Kingsley, I see you. So after it's not Christmas, it's not Easter, it's now summer. So they say the patient dog eat the fattest bone, isn't it? So we've been patient enough. So thank you. Well, at least.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much. Summertime. Hey, summertime, here we come. Thank you so much, Debbie, Providence, Kenneth, my altar for. Thank you, Susan. Thank you. And somebody has dropped off before. Leslie, Baritone, thank you all so much for your contribution, for tapping. Oh, A13. Yeah, gracias to you. I salute. Thank you, my dear brother from another mother. Thank you. I will see you on Thursday. Good night. Enjoy the night rest. And we'll be back on Thursday by the grace of God. Good night, everybody. Thank you. You can still tap. Providence. Thank you. Inside. Good night.